Baby.
I hate this shit.
What are you doing?
She's popping.
God
Pop
damn,
a bottle and let your body waddle.
Why don't you run the podcast?
Oh.
God damn. Okay, fair enough.
Enough said.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, we live, baby.
Hey,
back at it. How's everybody doing?
I'm feeling good.
You feeling good?
Feeling
Okay.
good, feeling
A
great.
little sleepy.
We here.
All right. Welcome back, everybody.
Hey,
First official show. Last week was a rundown just to make sure everything was working right. Had a few bugs.
I told you it didn't
to
work.
fix.
I told you didn't post it.
I posted one clip, but
I know. I saw myself.
Yeah,
I don't like
but you know what
looking at
though?
myself.
You know what
The
though?
truth comes out.
Nah, I mean it is what it is. When you
Yeah.
build your own studio, you're gonna run a whole bunch of bullshit.
Hey.
I remember a show that we tried to do one time, and my mix was all fucked up.
Yeah.
So
I mean, a lot of bullshit comes out of your mouth anyway.
Hey,
fair enough. Fair enough.
As much as it goes.
Hey, how week been? that was funny. That was funny. Pat never said one of those before.
That's what you know. It's good.
God damn. That's the one that got you out for real? That was it? That's the one that took everybody's vagina?
Oh,
God damn.
damn.
Okay, you retry. All right, you fighting back.
Hey, it worked.
True.
What's going on with y'all? How y'all feeling this week? Y'all talk to me.
I'm good.
That's it? Your generic bullshit?
hey.
You was laughing a minute
What you
ago.
want
You
me
got
to
nothing else to
say?
say?
Huh?
I don't know. What you been up to this week?
You
How's
know,
school going?
chilling. School's good. Riding my bike.
My favorite HBCU student.
Hey.
Nice.
Shout out to all the HBCUs.
Bowie State, University of Maryland Eastern Shore, Howard, Hampton. How y'all boys and girls doing? Pat.
Yo, everything's good. My nipple's a little sore, but I'm here. Almost called out the podcast, but I'm here.
Why your nipple sore, man? What happened?
I don't know. I
Nah,
just
tell the
wanted to say
story.
Something random. Oh, I
That
still
sounds
owe you a
like-
story for
Yeah, you do.
That's right.
That
That's
sounds
all
like
good.
Yeah,
Patrick
but
had a good
definitely
time
it's
with
not.
some young lady who's
Hey.
probably traumatized.
Shout out to Honduras.
See, Pat just named a country at this point. It used to be like
He don't even know
back in the
that
day.
bitch name. All he knows is Honduras.
Back in the day, it was like the chick from the Shell gas station in Fort Washington.
Nah.
Now ain't going countries.
Now it used to be pink shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, we
Hey, it's
evolved.
growth right there.
We
Exactly.
evolved.
I love it. Also, our special guest, but not so special,
Hey.
Word Around Town
A
Zone.
little special.
That's right.
Jackson Heights Zone.
What the hell?
Yeah, you remember that from Trade
that.
Spaces.
Yeah.
No, Coming to America.
Coming to America.
Yeah, Coming to America. All right, shit.
Come
It's an
on,
Eddie
man.
Murphy movie from the 80s.
And the
Fuck.
other movie is called Trading Places.
I said Spaces. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. We all make mistakes.
Yeah.
Nah, I definitely appreciate y'all inviting me up here.
Inviting you, podcast family, baby.
Yeah. I mean,
and family too.
I got a studio,
Keep putting the camera back on.
You can't be putting no plugs in.
but I can do whatever I want.
Nah,
have a
I'm within the
studio.
LLC.
Oh, you
I'm within the LLC. What you mean? I set it up.
Hey, put that camera back on Pat real quick.
Okay.
Hey, who that in the back?
Uh-oh.
Who's
There
that in
it
the back?
is.
Hey, go and wave to the camera, girl.
Hey, go to your left, Pat. College graduate right there.
Yeah. Congratulations, girl.
How you feeling, Rick?
Oh, Rick, you promoted.
Hey.
You right.
I did.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
not going to talk about that?
I did. You know what? I'm not one to boast about myself, but since you brought it up. I
Okay,
might
well,
as well
shut
talk
up.
about it.
Congratulations on making rank.
I appreciate
Technical
it.
Sergeant Select.
Hey.
Thank you. E6 for everybody that's not Air Force, but yeah, it was
We test for rank in the
yeah.
Air Force.
yeah,
And in the Navy.
it's crazy
Oh, y'all
because
do?
Yes.
Yeah,
I didn't know
for
that.
sure.
it was good.
Stop.
Hey, don't spill nothing on my good carpet.
Hey, that would have been the first time Pat. That would have been the first time Pat ain't spilled nothing.
Pat is the motherfucking king of spilling.
Yes,
But,
exactly. That's why I don't have children today.
Hey.
Hey, god damn. Hey, all right. Okay.
You like
All
that?
right. Yeah,
You
yeah.
like
That was
that?
good. That was good. That was good. All
Kind
right.
of like, oh my God, when is he gonna stop?
It won't ever stop. I've figured that out after the
But
past couple years.
but back to
Oh,
Rachel.
my
Yeah, girl, congratulations, you getting your associates. Absolutely.
Proud of you.
Got a job too, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she
Go
purdy.
to your left.
And she purdy.
Yeah, that's my wife.
Yeah, his wife, my sister.
My
Shout out to
cousin.
Rachel. Yeah, as far as me back to just talk about real quick.
I slept with her one time.
Hopefully more than that.
Three.
Hopefully at least 3.
At least
Well,
three.
Which is amazing. 3 children came out.
The other 2 aren't confirmed yet.
Oh damn. DNA test. Cotton swab. You know, got a couple in the bathroom.
Oh, God.
Little plastic baggie.
Ancestry.com.
Oh damn.
They call that the Povich test.
Hey, speaking of Ancestry.com real quick, shout out to my cousins Mike and Tony.
Hey.
Story for another day. Yeah, but back to it, just about me testing for tech. I mean, I grind
Tell
out
the story. Tell the
yeah.
story.
I grind. I mean, I could tell the long story, but I'll just keep it short.
Tell the heartbreaking story at first.
The heartbreaking story is that I was actually planning on getting out.
No. The heartbreaking story of.
God damn! Can I tell the
Yeah.
story or not?
Yeah,
I mean,
you didn't. You was on the
Nah,
heartbreaking
you
story.
can't break it down. That is the story.
Yeah, exactly. Let me tell the
Oh
story.
my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it
Oh, second special guest coming through.
Hey.
Don't put on camera. Take it off camera. Take it off
shout
camera.
out
Oh, don't
We
put
pay
special guest
uh-uh.
Corona making a guest appearance.
Walk out, back out.
No, not you, girl. What you have in your hand?
Corona
Oh,
making
yeah,
a guest
yeah.
appearance.
Yeah. Facts.
What's up
She
with your
looked
baby
better
girl?
than the last podcast we did.
Damn, why you going my wife like that?
Cause she looked like she came straight from. Yeah.
Whoa. Shout out to Jenny. She in the background.
All right, so the story is that all right, so I'll tell you the story, and I'll keep it under 5 minutes so we can get into the rest of everything. So I don't think I told most of y'all this before, but so back in November, October, I was found a C-17, and we had an in-flight emergency. Our front windshield had cracked, and I've been to Afghanistan. I flew missions over Afghanistan, over 120, and whatnot. And you know, everybody deals with things in their own way. But when that happened, I had kind of like a flashback, and I was like, man, fuck. You know, all I could think about in an hour and a half back, flying back to, we was going to Vietnam, we was flying, go back to the Philippines. I was thinking like, God damn, dude. You know, I got 2 kids. I got a wife. And I can't be, I don't know if I keep doing this right here. Like, this is, you know, what if something were to happen? You know, is it all worth it? And I was like, you know what? I just got my degree. I just got my degree in October, my bachelor's. So I was like, you know what? I'm in D.C. area. You know, it'd be nothing just to, you know, get a government job, you know, keep on the ground, you know, 5 days a week, weekends off, and just stick off from there. Yeah. But the thing is that my flight chief had called me in the office and said, hey, you know, Rick, we're gonna put you up for I gotta put this in terms everybody can understand. We're gonna put you in a position where you can test better for tech. And I was like, well, fuck. You know, I didn't really expect this from right here. You know, to be completely honest, I didn't. Not saying that, you know, I'm a shithead, but yeah, I just didn't expect that. You know, I don't want to. Not so much. It wasn't not even too my own horn, but I don't want to get bigger than myself. You know, I always want to live within my own means, my own way. And I was like that. I was extremely humbled. And then from there, you know, and I was, you know, just looking, you know, studying a little bit. But after he told me that, I was like, all right, I really got buckled down because if I don't get it, I'm gonna look like, you know, a fucking idiot.
You know what's funny? Not to cut you off, but I remember times where we had just started the studio probably last February, March, and you would call me like, hey man, I got to study right now, so I can't talk right now. And I used to be mad as fuck because I was trying to get this motherfucker off the ground. I was mad, and you was like, nah man, like I got to do this. So I get it.
Yeah, absolutely. So I went to test, and I'm not gonna lie, when I walked out there, hey, you good? Don't break the glass.
God damn.
I'm sorry, I pulled a Patrick.
Hey,
He fell asleep on your story.
Oh damn,
Damn.
for real? Damn,
That was a doze.
Damn.
I'm messing with you.
I thought we was all family.
We are.
But nah, back to it. Just I don't want to.
I think that's why we joke on
Exactly.
each other, right?
Exactly. We are.
But back to it. Yeah, I just grind out every day, studied. I mean, even my kids taking kids karate practice. I'm there with my little MacBook, just you know going through questions, looking left and right. You know, make sure you know everything up and down is all good to go. And after I left out the test, I felt great. It felt wonderful. And I got the word the other day You know, everybody at the JOB, they trolled the shit out of me before I actually got it, but they finally told me.
He was crying.
I shed a tear too, you know, because it's like LeBron going to LA.
Hey,
You know, it's bigger than just basketball. This right here is just bigger than me. You know, it's for Jenny's, for Rick's, for Jet, for everybody else in the room. You know, Kyra, Pat, AJ,
For the country.
Rachel. Yeah, I'm getting up there. You know, we build it up.
Yeah. Cash out me $1,000
Yeah.
now.
You know, everybody I work with that's same rank under me, I can definitely now extreme pull in my wing, because being an E6 now I can officially retire at 20 and get a pension for the rest of the life.
Facts.
So I mean, it's a move in itself, and at this point I just want to thank everybody out there. Look in the camera. Just want to thank everybody out there that helped me get here. I shout out, of course, to Jenny, my mom, my TI from back in the day, drill sergeant, whoever branch you are, my man Trey Hicks. So that's that right there. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, it's only up from here. We me and Pat, he came over. We enjoyed a nice bottle of something.
Yeah,
that was rather pricey, and we
yeah.
go from there.
Hey,
it was all love. Yeah. I'm incredibly proud of you. And then too, when you can have that kind of focus and knowing the path you took, in terms of just being focused and honing on knowing what you wanted to do and accomplish, and to see it come to fruition is a big deal. So, and like you said, it's bigger than just the title itself. It's what it represents, what it shows your boys, and put forth effort, and this is what can happen. This is the manifestation of hard work, and then just, for someone who deserves it, getting it, and then from here you can only grow. So that's a big deal.
I
New
appreciate it.
Year's gonna be Chief
Drink that in.
Chief Williams.
Hey, like Rocky said, what do you say in Creed? One step at a time, one punch at a time, one round at a time. So
Okay.
yeah, we just go from there. Not to mention Creed 2 coming out. I can't
My
wait for
man,
that shit.
Michael
God
B. Jordan.
damn.
Hey, boo.
say that again.
How you doing, Michael?
How Nate feel about that?
Oh,
He's okay with that. It's Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan, he been getting a lot of shit on Twitter and Facebook and all sorts of social
I ain't
media.
been paying
He
attention.
still look the same.
He does a lot of shit. You know why? We talked about it.
I don't give
Dating.
a fuck.
Yeah, it's his
he
dating
still
preference.
look the same, so I'm good.
Yeah.
But
His dating
he's
preference.
made it known, he loves all women. It's just, certain groups focus in on that one.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know. Trust me, I
We
know.
know. Honduras.
Wait,
Chile.
by the way,
Mexico.
everybody, Pat single.
And now,
I'm sure the
and
listeners
now-
know that by
and
now.
now Pat got 2 phones.
Oh my gosh. you funny.
Ooh.
Good job.
Hey, throw them
Look at
numbers
that.
out
Look
there.
at that.
Throw them numbers out there.
Kyra's referring to Turquoise, a dry spell story. Episode
Hey.
2 on BLACKSNYAC podcast. Follow us on YouTube, subscribe. Y'all ready to get to
Shout
this?
out to the plug.
Hey, you got to, man. Who else going to do it but us?
It's hurricane
Yo,
season.
Why not us?
Hey, I love hurricane season. Hey, let me go ahead and be the first to say it. I love hurricane
Yeah.
season.
Oh, we know.
You broke back in you back in Virginia Beach High?
It's always wet during hurricane season.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that's just bad right there. God damn. All right, y'all ready to get started with this shit? As usual.
Hey.
Great 6-pack in the black, baby.
I hate this shit.
What are you doing?
She's popping,
God
pop
damn,
a
girl.
bottle, let your body waddle.
Why don't you run the podcast?
Oh,
God damn. Okay, fair enough.
Enough said.
Yeah, exactly. All right,
6-packs and a yak. 6-pack and a yak.
6-pack and yak. I get down with that one too. Okay, all right, first question. As usual, how the game goes real quick, just to warm up the show.
yeah.
Y'all keep it quick. Keep the answers interesting but simple. And move on to the next one. Whenever AJ gets done texting so we can actually run the show, we're good
You
to go.
Yeah. we
Okay.
good.
All right.
I'm paying attention.
All right. Let's see how fast your finger is.
Multitasking.
Whenever you're ready.
Oh, all right, babe.
Ask your sister how fast my fingers are.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I
do this every. Yeah, I was gonna say I do this every show.
You ain't doing it for the culture right now saying that one.
Hey, where's it at? Hold on.
Hey, let go, man.
All right, let's go. All right. If you had
Oh, Lord.
Jesus Christ. We get a soundboard one day. All right, if you had you own your own late night talk show, who would you invite as your first guest?
Oh man, my fingers.
Dead or alive?
Alive, motherfucker. Are you dead?
No, but it's a hypothetical. It could be anybody.
Yeah,
Facts.
All right, alive. Let's keep it interesting.
Okay. Obama.
Generic, but nice. All right, Pat, what you got?
God dang it. Check my ass.
You can say Michelle.
No. I am going to say Donald Trump.
Hey,
That would be a
Interesting.
I
funny
like that.
interview.
I gotta go with Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne?
Okay.
Of course.
Okay. As for me, I'm going with Dan Snyder.
Hey,
So I can tell him how much his fucking Redskins suck to his face. That's right.
this dude is tripping.
Damn.
Nah, I ain't done yet. I got more to say.
Okay, what's next?
All right. Let's
go.
see. Let's see. Oh, it's
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Hey, that's one of Ricky's favorites.
Ooh. All right. If you were left on a deserted island with either your worst enemy or no one, which one would you choose and why?
I would say worst enemy, because even though you're enemies at that moment, you could still come together and work together to figure out how to get the fuck off the island.
Hey,
Your worst enemy,
Yeah.
the person you hate the most or hates
It
you the
doesn't
most.
matter
Okay.
because everything can be healed. Just because y'all have something from the past, y'all stuck on this island together. You can two minds work better than one. I'm just
Fair
saying.
enough. Fair enough. Pat, what you got?
My worst enemy, because all else fails. Run out of food. Boom.
You gonna eat that motherfucker? Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Is it
shit.
my laugh?
no.
Nah.
I know I'm loud.
No.
It's all good.
It's not
Nah,
that.
the volumes are good. Don't worry about it. Be as loud as you want to.
If I run out of firewood,
Pretend like you're back with Nate.
We're not gonna talk about this.
Turquoise?
Go ahead, Turk.
Yeah, myself.
Just you?
Yeah.
Because you are your own worst enemy.
Facts.
Damn.
I see what you did there.
Damn.
Yeah. Now I'm with Kyra and Pat. I had to pick my worst enemy, so it'll be me and Jenny on the island, and we find a way. At least get a couple rocks off too.
Maybe have a couple more kids.
Now can't no kids on the island. Who gonna cut that umbilical cord?
How she go? Never mind.
Dr. Williams?
Oh, actually no. Eat the placenta. Be food.
There you go.
Hey.
It's a delicacy. It's a delicacy in Thailand.
Some people fry it up like a cheeseburger.
Listen,
So are prairie oysters, but I ain't had them yet. And don't plan on it.
Hey, Kyra, let me get that recipe when this podcast
I'll
over.
let you know.
Little garlic salt.
Shit, you put little Lowry's on it. Everything good with Lowry's.
That's true. Okay, next one.
And some smoked paprika.
Shit.
All right.
What the fuck? Don't nobody eat no smoked paprika.
I'm a cook.
I'm glad you called him out.
Yeah, no. Fuck no. Hey, look, I work in the galley. Fuck no. we
You'd be
ain't eating that
surprised.
shit.
You'd be surprised some of the
Hey,
things I have.
Hey, we only put that shit on there for color.
Hey, that's a Navy chef right there.
Yeah, make it look good. That's it.
All right, next one.
Navy chef. That's the equivalent of a prison cook.
Hey, facts.
My shit, I make the
look,
best shit on the shingle in the planet, man.
Hey, you want to know what our slogan is real quick?
Go.
The more we kill, the less we feed. Hey,
There you go.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Oh, damn.
So that General So's on the ship is that E2.
All right.
And the tapioca pudding is the last semen.
Oh.
Sorry, I'll be here all night, people.
God damn. Oh, shit. Yeah, turn that motherfucker down. All right. Well, what is the title of your autobiography?
Damn, this is hard.
Turquoise?
Come back to me.
A dry spell story?
Nah,
part
nah.
2?
I gotta think about that.
All right. We come back to her. Fair
Come
enough.
back to me.
Persistence and perseverance.
The Life and Times of Pete Janitorial. What you got?
God, family, basketball.
Damn.
What you
I ain't gonna
got?
lie.
What you got?
I don't know. I have no idea.
That's
No, how about
Rick's-
that?
That's
How about
Rick's,
that?
That's Rick's
I'll just call it that.
plagiarism face, in case y'all wondering.
Yeah, I'm gonna be about to. I'm gonna take a little bit of both the eyes and a little bit of whoever Kyra try to come up with.
I
Go
mean,
ahead, Kyra.
I have a complicated life story, so
Complicated life story. There it is.
I mean,
The
you know,
complications of
it would
Pete.
be something like
Or complications with a
Rising
C, but a
from-
K right there.
yeah.
it would be like rising from the ashes or something.
That's generic as shit.
Why? You don't know. You do know my life story.
Hey.
It makes sense. Do you not know?
Yeah. Actually, I do. And we will talk about that on another podcast. I'm definitely interested in that one Because we already interviewed Pat. I would definitely talk to you about that.
I've been through a lot of shit in my life. I literally came from ashes. So
yeah. As for me,
I made tech sergeant.
Nah, hell no.
Technical Sergeant Richard Williams.
Ricky's
Richard.
Ricky Louise
I don't
Williams
care
the
if his
second.
name is Ricky. He's still Richard.
Okay.
Damn. All right. Fair enough. I don't know, man.
The story of Ricky Louise.
Pretty Ricky.
We were just talking about that.
Pretty
earlier.
Ricky's what they call them. Fair enough. We just go with that.
Biracial lash.
Biracial lash. Yeah, we do that. I fuck with that. I fuck with it. Biracial lash.
There it comes.
Yeah, there it is.
You said you will get that in.
He did. I told him say it for the podcast, and he actually said it for the podcast.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it.
Hey, that's the only thing I hate about talking about with Ricky anymore. Hey man, call me later. Save it for the podcast.
Right.
Like, god damn, bro.
We having a conversation Saturday. Podcast is next Friday.
Wait
Save
till
it for the podcast.
Like, motherfucker, we just talking. We can't talk right now.
Conversation?
The reason, you know why I say that though?
Because
honestly.
you're trying to capitalize on everybody's conversation.
Facts.
Well, not so much that. It's that when someone already brings you a certain amount of energy to something.
No. He wants
the next
that.
time it's hard to bring the same energy to match that usually.
He wants that organic flow.
Exactly.
Not with me.
That's what organic is.
I mean, I'm always myself. So.
You're an actress.
See, here's the issue. If you give him the answer that he already wants, or that he wants
something different.
No, not even that he's heard. He knows how to rebuttal. He doesn't want to be able to rebuttal on the spot or have a rebuttal already
you gonna
prepared.
just talk shit about me and Blacks and Yak? God damn it!
Hey, we're talking about Blacks and Yak right now. We're not talking about word around town. All right, we're talking about Blacks and Yak. Gang.
Let's move on. Fuck it. I'll come back to that later. All right, which one would I rather do? Teleport or fly?
Teleport.
Say that again.
Teleport.
If you could teleport or fly, which one did you pick?
Teleport.
Okay.
Fly.
Yeah, I gotta fly.
Yeah, I gotta fly too.
Why? Because flying takes time. Teleport you there in a second.
But I want to enjoy my flight.
Yeah, I'm good. I gotta get where
you tell
I'm
me
going.
I can just take off from here in a single bound like Superman?
If you could teleport into a millionaire, would you fly or teleport there?
I ain't saying teleporting the money. I'm just throwing
If you think about it, we flying right now to motherfucking trying to get this podcast off the goddamn ground.
And you asked me if I could teleport or fly. I would rather teleport into success.
But it's locational, so it's not.
I would still rather
not
teleport.
Teleporting into circumstance. It's a location.
He didn't specify.
Well,
True.
Traditionally, teleport.
Well, I'm specifying now. It's still a location.
I would rather teleport. I would rather teleport still. I'm
right,
No,
fair
I'm
enough.
not changing
Fair enough.
I'm just specifying.
Fair enough.
But yeah.
All right. So aside,
I came up watching Magneto, and Magneto sometimes he not Magneto. What was his name? The cat, the cat looking
cat.
That
Catman.
was blue. That was blue on X-Men, and he would teleport.
Oh, Nightcrawler.
Yeah. And sometimes he would teleport to somewhere, and because he hadn't seen it previously, he would end up like trapped behind a wall or something like that.
Yeah, but I'm badass.
It's true.
So I'm teleporting into some shit, and I'm
right.
like,
I'm not changing that.
Hey, Kyra, save it for the autobiography.
from the ashes, motherfuckers.
Hey, fuck the podcast. Save it for the autobiography.
Okay,
Now.
now.
I gotta do one now.
Damn, I gotta
motherfucker.
start writing a book now. Shit.
Since I can't rebuttal and shit.
We're gonna be doing
All right.
the podcast. We're talking during the podcast. Risk gonna be save it for the conversation afterwards.
Now, I can't capitalize off of that one. Ain't no money in that. All right. Beside what everyone does right now, what is one career you wish you could have?
Music. Singing.
Music.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go with music too.
Just being just creative. Period.
Entertainer.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay. For me, I'd say some kind of high level negotiator.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say prostitute. Like on your
Hey,
knees.
You put me in a
There
big
are
strip.
high level
I can
prostitutes.
negotiate these prices.
He said a
I'm just
job you
saying.
don't currently have. But man, why do you think his
shit.
chair got the most cushion?
Dang, you called me out on that one.
He liked it.
Hey, that's funny.
Called me on that
Yeah,
one.
you know why? Because we ain't got that. Okay, we ain't got that janitorial endorsement yet. Well, hey, once that janitorial endorsement come in, then the money get up.
There you good.
Yeah, is that we good? Yeah, we good on that.
I'm on a new level.
All right, last question before we get to the yak or the black, or which one you want to go to.
Yak on the black.
Yak or the black.
Oh, God, I was going to say. You
Hey,
what?
Man, we talking the head you got last night.
Hey, what was it he said that day at my crib? Black 6-pack and something.
Yeah, it was something.
Oh my god,
suspect.
Oh,
6-pack and I don't know. I have no idea.
Pack
But
in
he's
the
family,
back
so we
door.
love him in spite.
Oh, that's right. Pat doesn't like homosexuals.
Oh,
You don't?
wow.
he did that on purpose.
You don't like
Just to
yourself?
He did that to villainize me.
You don't like yourself?
Whoa.
Once he said Patrick, I could feel the setup.
He is his own worst enemy.
Right.
Can't suck your own dick on that island.
Hey, speak for yourself.
Oh,
Oh, God.
You gonna cut a few ribs?
Shout out to Yoga.
Jesus Christ.
No, but for the record, I am a lesbian.
Oh shit. For the record, Pat has nothing against anybody. No group.
Yeah.
So
He hates everybody.
fair enough.
Equally.
Yeah, EOE baby. All right. What's the last country you got to visit outside the United States?
What is the last country I visited?
Mm-hmm.
England. No, wait. Yeah, England.
England?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll get back into that later on the podcast too.
Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, Israel.
Nice.
Yeah. I think it was Philippines.
Damn, we some
Yeah,
motherfucking
Philippines.
world travelers. The
Facts.
first
Yeah.
bitch.
Israel for real?
Yeah, Israel. Yeah, it was
It's
dope.
people that
You
ain't
want-
been.
Yeah, I
Soil?
actually have in the car right now a Bible that supposedly Jesus walked on dirt, and it's entrapped in the Bible. I'll show it to you after the show.
Yeah, I'll let to see that. It's
I
dope.
actually want to go to Israel for sure.
Yeah, no, Israel was definitely a
Did you
fire
go?
country.
That's where they have that wall, right? Did you go to the wall?
I did not go to the wall. I'm not gonna lie. I went to the hotel.
Motel, Holiday Inn?
Yeah. Whatever they had there. I went to the motel, and I went to the clubs, and yeah, they do have clubs out there.
So you didn't go to the wall?
But at the clubs, at the clubs they only play church music.
What? Like gospel? Like they be in the church, they be up in there like.
You just ate that too.
Yeah,
They be in there like. Never mind.
No, they be turning up in Israel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I bet.
they turn up for real.
Wait, it's not dry, is it?
No,
Okay.
no.
Israel ain't dry.
Yeah,
I don't
definitely
know.
ain't dry.
Shit, it might be. It's over there near them other countries that's dry.
Okay. All right, so last question I have right here. You know, always talk about the panel. So my question is only directed at one person right now, and I want to hear your answer. Kyra.
It's always about me.
Nah, it's not about you.
Okay.
So I want to say something right now. Let's say Pat and AJ
Oh my god.
had about 4 months training to box each other. 4 months in the gym. Who would you take and why? 12 rounds.
Pat.
You got Michael Buffer right there. Let's get ready to rumble.
AJ.
You got 18,000 in there.
AJ, a.k.a. Butterbean.
We at the Capital One Arena in D.C.
I feel like one's gonna be more strength and one's gonna be more speed.
So AJ's more speed.
AJ got weight on him though.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
No, he's lying about that.
So I'm
Who do you got? Is there a knockout?
a knockout.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it would be a knockout.
You think it's going to distance?
Why are you looking at me? It's
No,
all
they're
love.
not going 12 rounds.
So someone's getting knocked
I'm
out.
not going 12 rounds. Goddamn.
They're not going 12 rounds.
But they got about 4 months to
but-
train, though.
Professional boxers take 4 months, and that's tight.
I know.
I'm like,
I know.
He said, but they hypothetical. It's all
Yeah, they're both training. Getting excellent boxing coaches. I don't know. I have no idea. Someone's getting knocked out for sure.
I don't think
I
it
would
would
say-
be
See,
that easy
here's
for a
the
KO,
issue.
though.
Yeah, here's the issue. Obviously, I'm fat as fuck. We get that. So obviously, I got a whole lot of strength.
Yeah, he said Butterbean.
But with
Yeah,
4
yeah.
months of training.
But look. Hear me out here. Quickness beats strength. Think about this in football. If two people are running, right? The cornerback is fucking hitting the fullback way faster, and that inertia is quickness always beats strength. Remember that. That's all I got to say.
But that's
Quickness
now.
always beats
But
strength.
that's now. What about with 4 months?
4 months of training.
dedicated training,
4 months of
where you
dedicated
can
training.
work on your
So
speed.
look, you ready? his speed is already up, right? So his speed is already up. He's more physically fit than I am, right?
So you have some ground to make up, is what you're saying.
A whole lot of ground to make up to try to catch him. So quickness will always beat speed. Look at Mayweather, but he wasn't that strong. He was just quick. Pow, pow.
Yeah.
With the
comeback.
Point
about speed. That's the only person I'm thinking of is Mayweather.
Yeah,
I mean,
or Zab.
I was thinking about him
you ready?
too.
Zab Judah
Mayweather
back in the day.
Yep.
Zab,
Terrence Crawford right now.
Roy Jones back in the day.
Yep.
Earl
Like,
Spence. Yeah.
Sugar Ray.
Quickness always beats power.
Yeah.
No matter what. If you get more hits in, I'm gonna get tired.
But the
faster.
thing is that the bigger fighter, if he catches you,
All it takes is one.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
wait for that haymaker, but at the same time, if you ducking and dodging,
If you too quick to hit,
if we both taking the same,
You're talking about stamina. So Patrick would have more stamina.
100%.
But you land one good punch, it's over.
I mean, that's off of pure luck, though.
Pure luck, okay, but if you
pure luck
but
don't.
it also too, more than speed to me is strategy.
So you ready? You ready? Just like where you're going here, boxing is technical,
Right, strategy.
right? So if he's quicker, if he's got a quicker strategy, I'm going for haymakers. Obviously, off rip, we know that I'm going for haymakers. I'm a bigger dude,
Right.
so
You
I
ain't
gotta
got time to be doing all that.
exactly. Therefore, if he's got at that point he knows
Your strategy is
my
gonna be
strategy
right.
is going to be for the haymaker.
So he's
So-
gonna look out for that.
so this is the way how it
Exactly.
goes when you have a strong fighter and you have a quick fighter. If AJ wants to keep the fight within 4 to 5 rounds, but goes outside that right there,
I'm done.
Pat Stamina,
done.
Pat Stamina's going to take over and
Right.
he's going to be able to take him to the distance, or maybe like a 10, 11, 12th round knockout. So
You about to light another one, Pat?
Yeah, for sure.
My
Okay.
dog.
all right, bet. So
Hold on. Say that again.
For sure. Yeah, it does sound a little.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, my bad. I was on the wrong side.
Okay.
but
Yeah.
yes.
I was gonna say. Oh
Yeah,
fuck.
I'm
Here
on
we
it.
go again.
once again, Harry Podcast, Pac, make sure you're talking to the mic.
I was angled off to make a bowl.
Hey.
All right, let's go into the meat of the show. Y'all ready to do it?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Pause.
Nah, I like the meat.
You like the meat? Oh, all right, fair enough then.
Goodness.
All right, bet. All right,
I don't
so
know why he's saying fair enough.
Nasty.
He like
So-
the meat too.
So this is
True.
this is a good conversation right here, and I want to hear everybody's
It's
opinion.
money maker.
A wide range of this. All right, so Michael Cohen reportedly has recorded some conversations with Trump and a Playboy bunny or a model or whatever, some chick that works at Playboy back in the day. So pretty much want to ask is that, one, how do you feel about your president and everything that's been involved recently with affairs and scandals? Let's keep it at affairs. And how do you think that really affects the overall picture of being president? We'll go with my girl Kyra.
I mean, he's not the first president to have an affair, if we're being honest.
Shout out to Bill.
I mean, think about all the presidents besides Obama. I mean, he didn't get caught. We don't know what he was doing, but he didn't get caught with an affair. But
You think it's possible that Obama had an affair? No. Are you okay?
nah, not Obama.
Okay.
That's a stand-up guy right there.
Okay.
But apart from him, like nearly every president has had some type of relations
JFK.
outside of their marriage.
That's
Even
my
the
dog.
most popular presidents. If you look, you can Google a list of the most popular presidents. They all have some dirt. JFK, what's her name? The woman with the dress.
Marilyn Monroe.
Yes,
yeah.
Marilyn Monroe. Like,
What the fuck?
it's not uncommon, but at the same time, for me personally, it just paints a picture of your character. I think.
Okay.
So the real question next is that, does somebody's personal character with how they interact with their wife, how does that mean?
How's
when
it
comes to policy?
translate?
Yeah, how does that translate to policy and getting things done? And does it?
I think that if you're a well-rounded, but again, this is in an ideal world, a well-rounded president should have a strong hold in all aspects, not just political, but personal, financial, like, you know what I mean? Like, they should have a solid foundation in every aspect of their life, including their personal life and their marriage and their families. And even though, you know, policy is separate from his personal life, people still look at that. Like, when he was talking about grabbing the pussy and shit, like, that had nothing to do with his policy making, but at the same time, it made him look a certain type of way, and people were angry.
Shit, we all grabbing pussy.
They were angry. But the president, if you're gonna be the president, you need to bury that shit deep.
Yeah, I think
no pun intended.
Yeah, I think I think a lot of people get caught up in especially when it comes to politicians, like, you know, who they are, you know, what kind of haircut do they have? Do they have kids? Are they married? This and the third. But
it matters.
Ask a basic American about policy and what they think about healthcare and how they feel about
a lot of them don't know
wars.
shit
They
about
think Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act is two different things. It's the same fucking thing.
Exactly. Like, people don't know shit about policy, but they're more so concerned about the politician, which makes it more of a celebrity status more than actual things getting done. Like, let's get serious for a second. You have 45,000 people a year dying for just a lack of healthcare insurance, and you have people concerned about running headlines about where the president's dick may have been at. Me personally, I don't give a fuck who the president is. I don't give a damn about who he's fucking, to be completely honest. I don't care. What kind of policies are you passing to help people? That is my only concern. And are you getting shit done? And are you effective at your job?
I agree with that.
Everything else to me is just sensation. Fuck, I ain't gonna even attempt the word right there. Elmer Fudd. Porky Pig.
Sensationalism.
Sensationalism. There we go. I had to hear it first before I could say it again.
Yeah, I get it. It's when I was tongue twisted.
But the issue is that a lot of people in this country vote based on popularity,
and that's fucked
up. They don't educate themselves. They don't look at the policies. They don't look at the plan when they're running for president. They don't look at their electoral campaign. They don't look at that stuff. They just say, "I like Donald Trump because he has $1 billion." Like, go ahead and pull it. Well, what else? What is he going to do for this country? They don't look at that. They just look at him as the man, and they don't look at what he's trying to do for the country.
Yeah, and I'm not here to actually. I'm not here to criticize the man's job at all. I'm not. No. I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm talking about more so just the office of being a president.
We're just talking.
Yeah, exactly. I brought this up because I want to say what I want to say. I don't like to read headlines like that. It means nothing. Like, honestly, what's going to come out of that? Is somebody going to impeach him? I mean, honestly, what's going to happen? Nothing. It's
just going to make him look worse.
My thing is that I don't think that's a platform that you can, as Democrats, can even run on. If you want to win in 2020, that's not a platform you can run on at all. And that brings us to my next point as well, too, because I think that's something that Democrats will run on. Yeah. I don't believe that. I don't believe that's the way this should go at all. They can't run on Trump's infidelity and think they could win back the White House. That's just not going to happen at all. Which brings me to my point that I'm trying to make overall.
Yeah, but that's not his only.
Do y'all think that Trump is going to win again in 2020?
Listen, for one, to the point of the Playboy in that piece. So from the beginning, it's not surprising. It's not shocking at all.
No.
Because we're dealing with a president who, from the
used to have fun
during his campaign, is arguably a morally bankrupt guy. You know what I mean? So, but what it does tie into is his lack of integrity, honesty,
right?
Being deceitful.
That's what I was trying to say earlier.
Being in a space where he can do whatever he wants. There are no consequences. Those are things that are extremely bad. And for someone in leadership, the impulsiveness, those are bad qualities for a leader. The lack of discipline, right? So that's how it ties in. And then more so to your point, it's distracting. There are other things that Americans should be focused on, the real issues of the world, and what's currently going on, which is huge. These meetings that he's having across the world, these are with our allies and some that we're trying to acquire as allies. And we're in the middle of of really trying to enhance trade across the world. We're dealing with all of these tariffs, and so there are so many other things to be focused on. And when this happens and the media projects that, it's a distraction. But
I don't think the media wants to talk about issues at all. You got to think the media still essentially mainstream media is state-run media.
So I got a question.
Just
to kind of cut both of y'all off. What has Trump done wrong as the president?
As far as
just in life.
As far as like, what are you talking, like policy, or we're talking about?
Yeah, policy.
Well, I know his tax plan wasn't very popular amongst American people.
Okay.
That's one right there.
It passed, though, right?
It did. Yeah, it passed, but 83% of Americans didn't want it.
They should have wrote their congressman.
Wait, their congressman. You know how this
Really?
shit works.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I know how
Writing
it
your
works.
congressman
But,
doesn't do shit.
hey,
The amendment to healthcare.
It does.
Healthcare.
Yeah, it does absolutely nothing. Writing your congressman. You can write your congressman one day. When he's getting checks for Wall Street, it doesn't matter if you write your congressman or not.
Yeah, there were a lot of failures. It got overshadowed by the bill passing. So by the tax cuts, that overshadowed it. But
okay.
yeah, that's a huge one to speak of.
Okay.
Some Americans also say that the wars we're still involved with, our involvement in Syria, the escalation with that. You know, you got a lot of people didn't like that one at all either. But the thing is that what has he done, and who could challenge him and win in 2020? Is really the next question I want to pose with all this right here. Because right now, everybody's talking things that Trump supporters, not only Trump supporters, people that voted for Trump, they voted for him for a reason. A lot of people voted for him. One, they just didn't like Hillary Clinton. That's a topic for another day.
That's a terrible reason to vote for somebody. Though.
No, that's how people vote, though. You got to think, Democrat, Republican are just teams.
They picked the best of a bad situation.
The lesser of the two evils.
Right.
Yeah, lesser two evils. That is what it is. But the way people treat Democrat, Republicans are more so like teams, sports teams. Like I said, we already said beforehand right now that a lot of Americans don't know policy.
They don't.
So what do people reach for when they vote? Things that they don't like. I don't like college kids, safe spaces, this and the third, liberals, goddamn, liberal media.
Who just says I don't like college kids? Like
I'm just being honest.
I get you. Though.
Yeah, this is what people say. I can't make this shit up. People, conservatives, Nazis.
But I think for the people that have some sense of intelligence or some background in education, they understand how politics work. And for me, I'm more inclined to vote for somebody who my personal ideals align with. And I think that's a lot of people. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, but you're a smart
voter.
But
I don't, and I don't really identify with, and this is the two-party country. Let's be honest, Democrat, Republican. I don't really completely align with either party. I have things
independent.
Right. I'm more of an independent, or I'm not exactly liberal, but I'm not Republican. I'm not. There's things that Republicans say and do that I agree with. There's things that Democrats say.
Like what?
Do. Like I'm all about self-accountability. I think that if you want to get somewhere in life, you shouldn't have to depend on anyone. I'm not saying that not, like, for example, welfare. Some people need it, but not everybody that's on welfare needs it. Some people cheat the system and abuse it, take advantage of it, etc. But in the same token, like, I'm personally pro-choice. Like, if you want to do something with your life, you do it. That's your choice. I don't care what you do with your body. What I'm going to do with my body is my business, just like what you do with yours is yours.
Sure.
Yeah, I feel that every American should take a test before they vote, and they should show exactly. Listen to this. They take a test before they vote, and it should show exactly what they agree with and what they don't agree with. And people, like, I've had conversations with.
Hold on, I don't mean to cut you off. The test is who you vote for.
No, that's not the test. People vote off who they like. Majority of people vote off just who they like.
Because people have no
idea. But
party they're affiliated with.
That would be the test.
That's not the test.
How is it not the test?
I'm talking about an actual, like, a legitimate political test. Like, these are the issues
like
right here.
Like a written test they go
what in. What are you aligned with? And at the end of the test, it tells you exactly who aligns more so with what you go with.
What you think are issues and what I think are issues might be two different things.
What do you think are issues?
There might be two different things. You know what I'm saying?
In general,
that's what I'm saying.
He's just saying it's relative.
Like,
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. I don't agree with that at all. I think the issue with everyone is healthcare. I think everybody's concerned with that.
No, to your point, there are some things that align.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah,
but
exactly.
But if you go on whitehouse.gov, they break down like
who's going on that website, Kyra?
I go on whitehouse.gov all the time.
Yeah, but
just
the majority
to make sure
of Americans aren't doing that.
Exactly, but that's the problem. People aren't staying current. They're not reading. There's articles that come out daily.
They only listen to what's in the news because it's relevant.
But they don't go and they don't do their own personal research and try to understand what's actually happening in their government. They don't do that.
Agree, absolutely.
And that's the biggest issue with this country.
Yeah, for sure. You have a lot of uninformed people that are out there voting, and they're putting people in place.
I'm gonna vote for Donald Trump because he's funny. He had a Celebrity Apprentice. I like that show.
Or even
like,
even Obama and Clinton when they were running against each other. It was who would you rather have a beer with? Like what the fuck? Like
the
that's
black
nothing
guy
to
or
do.
the white guy.
That's nothing to do with anything with
No,
policy.
and see,
Right.
and see, that's where my point comes in, though.
Now, Scotch, on the other hand, that's a different story.
All right, now we talking about that. 17 year, 12 year.
Was that a real question?
yeah, it wasn't. Not at all. 12 year.
But what were you saying, AJ?
No, that's where my point was coming at. Is like, if we go back to Obama and Hillary, right? It was either, are you voting black or are you voting woman?
Yeah, exactly. Those aren't issues.
You see what I'm saying? That's not issues.
Right.
But they're voting on what they see more fit as far as black or woman. It's not the way that people process information as far as voting goes. Because I tell you, I'm not even going to stunt. I don't know no policy. I know that I get paid on the 1st and the 15th. I know that I have 100% health care.
Real shit.
I know that my kids have 100% health care. I know that my wife has 100% health care.
Okay.
So what am I voting for?
But that's the issue that I'm saying is
And
people
I get
don't
that.
know what they're voting for. They don't know what they're getting
But shouldn't your
themselves
vote
into.
mean more than just you and your life?
No.
Should that mean for more people?
That's, at
Welcome
that point,
to America.
At that point, that's why we have the Electoral College, because votes. Hillary blew Trump
The popular
out of the,
vote, yes.
Hillary blew Trump out of the water.
With the popular vote, but,
One by
the
three
Electoral
million.
College, she lost.
See, that's what a lot of people don't understand is that the Electoral College is actually who elects the
It's
president.
the final.
Exactly. It's not.
My thing is that if you came out of high school not knowing that shit, you're a fucking idiot.
But there's
No,
a lot
and
of
I-
people
yeah,
that
it-
don't
no.
know that, though.
Yeah, but if
I
you
won't,
came out
I
of,
won't go as far as saying.
I would say that.
No,
I
no,
will.
No,
I will absolutely
I
say that.
agree with you on that.
Yeah.
100%.
If you walked out of high school not knowing that the Electoral College actually votes the president, then get the fuck out. Honestly.
Yeah, but when you go,
Honestly,
when you
please.
go inner city schools,
That's not an excuse.
it's a reality.
We're in the internet age. That's not an excuse.
We are.
I'm not going to.
We are in the age of.
I'm not going to. No. You saying that right
Depravity?
there? No. We're not, you saying that right there?
Uh-huh.
I don't like that at all. I'll
I
straight
get it,
with you.
but it's
'Cause
not
you
to
say-
make an excuse.
Yeah,
it's
but
to
but
speak
saying
of
but
the
saying inner
reality.
cities make it sound like people just don't know. Like everyone there just has no access to anything.
Right. So a comparison would be just like now, STDs, AIDS is running rampant, and in certain communities, it's because of lack of education. Now there can be someone on the other end of the spectrum that's going, if you don't know, not putting a condom on by now, you're an idiot, right? But when it's not, when the awareness isn't there and the education isn't there, then they're moving in ignorance, and there are a lot of people that are.
I mean, look at Africa.
So
But whose fault at that point? If you're 20 years old and you're moving that much of ignorance, I mean, at that point, I mean, whose fault is it really?
perfect.
But you
another
have to
another
think,
example:
too-
financial literacy.
literacy. Yeah, we talked about
That
this.
is not something. That is something.
But that's something
that
that's not
should
even-
be fundamental.
But it should be taught in
going
schools.
into high school.
Absolutely.
You already have an aptitude.
You
for
should
it.
know
100%.
how to.
But it's not being taught in the schools across the board.
You think that's on purpose?
But that's why. No. I think
But to
that's
the
why it
point,
boils down to.
The system is
There are
stifled.
things that
Remember
are
when I was talking
circumstantial.
about
There's a
personal
root to
account-
almost
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Personal
That right there is
accountability.
true.
Personal accountability. If you want your child to be educated and know what they need to know when it's time for them to be old enough to vote, that's your responsibility as the parent to educate your child.
Right, but you're
So-
just serving
oh,
the point
so-
that
so-
it stems from somewhere.
Yes.
It's not out of osmosis that they learn.
Right. It has to be
how
taught.
to vote and what to learn.
Right.
So,
Right.
so
Yeah.
I, again, to play devil's advocate, if I vote Republican and I teach my son to vote Republican, is that where the issue comes from?
That's not what I mean.
Okay.
I mean, if you
yeah,
have
explain. Go into depth.
I mean that you have a child, right, and your child is 14, and they're about to go into high school, and they're navigating life, and then say they get older and they're 17, and it's about to be time for them to vote.
Okay.
I'm not saying you have to push your own personal ideals on that child, but you need to break it down for them. Like, hey, you need to know what you appreciate in life, because at the end of the day, this is what people are voting for. People are voting for what aligns with their own personal ideals. Otherwise, there would be no democracy. It would just be fucking communism.
And that's also another reason why you need electoral college as well, too, because if you didn't have it, all politicians would campaign in would be New York, California, and maybe Texas, and that's it.
The big states.
Yeah, the ones that have 20 and 14 and 18.
Nothing else would matter.
But I still think
that's not true. That's not true because I mean you have to have like 2,000 and some electoral votes.
Yeah, but people in certain states would just vote Republican. People in certain states would just vote Democrat.
Republicans just vote. A lot of people just vote a certain way because they identify with the Republican Party.
Exactly. Also, where you're from, the people around you.
If you live in a red state, you could hate Donald Trump. But guess what? You voting for him because you live in a red state and you were Republican. Your parents were Republican.
Just for the record, I thought Donald Trump was blue.
I mean,
he was a Democrat at one point for years.
He was. Yeah.
I know. And I said, you know how many times I said that? I still say Donald Trump ain't no real Republican.
Well, you know,
Mike Pence is a real Republican.
You know, a couple years back, Donald Trump said that if he was to ever run for presidency, he would run as a Republican.
Said on the Oprah show.
Yeah.
I remember watching that clip.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't remember watching that clip, but I went back on YouTube and watched that clip.
Yeah,
I wish I could literally
so
see
he's
what's
gonna
in that
align
man's
himself
mind.
What would best.
Long story short, not you know, I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys who I voted for, who I didn't vote for, but at the end of the day, Donald Trump is some kind of genius in somebody's vision, some kind of way.
He's a marketing genius for sure.
I mean, you don't get elected as the president of the United States without having some type of influence.
Okay,
Exactly.
so let's bring this whole thing to a close real quick. I want to go from Kyra, Pat, AJ. Donald Trump 2020, does he win a re-election?
Yes.
No.
Short answer, no.
Yeah.
I say yes because I don't know who's going to beat him. I have zero
But
idea.
that's the thing. Like, it's too early to tell.
Is Bernie running again?
Bernie could beat him.
Bernie could beat him.
The only thing against Bernie is
Bernie. First of all, I don't know how Bernie didn't beat him.
They cheated.
Yeah,
they cheated. It's already been established.
I was so mad.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they cheated.
I was
mad.
The
DNC leaks is about how they. That's why
he lost.
Russia's popping up. Because it takes away from the fact that the lead was actually sad.
But that's
for
strategy. Hey, save that for the podcast for another day.
Yeah, it's strategy between the DNC.
Yeah. Let's not go into.
I gotta say it's real quick. Goddammit. But strategy between the DNC and Hillary's camp on how to actually cheat Bernie out of the election. So you look up yourself. It's out there. But that happened.
You heard it here first. Call your bookie. BLACKSNYAC LLC.
Okay.
All right. If Bernie runs in 2020, Bernie will be the president. Austin Honeyman, you heard it here first.
I think so.
But hey,
if he runs.
let me throw this out there. That has no affiliation with the United States Navy. I do not speak for the United States Navy and who the United States Navy votes for.
Hey, I speak for BLACKSNYAC and Ricky Williams.
Yeah, that's right.
If he loses, you got to get Trump's face tatted on you.
Jeez, we ain't agree all that. All right.
Hey, does that make me famous?
A tattoo of
Hold on,
Trump
time out.
and Melania holding hands.
Does that make me famous?
Or at least the attempt.
Or a tattoo of Trump and Melania punching him in the throat. She been shading him for months.
Oh, I would rather have
She'd be like, get off me.
I would rather have a tat of Pat in Honduras on my face. And
hey,
on your face.
Hey, wait, I can tat it on your face now.
Oh my God.
Jesus. All right, so NFL National Anthem. I've been watching the news. Who was that? Who's doing all that right there? That was you.
I'm tired of this shit.
We're going to start with you first.
Coming out more and more.
Why you always got to bring that up?
No.
Hey, what do I got to do with anything, girl?
Because this is America and race matters.
It's becoming more and more evident who AJ voted for.
Yeah, actually, I voted for...
Those damn blackies. Kneeling.
I voted for Sarah Johnson. She was independent. I voted for her because I put a pricey bid on her, and if she
Can we get
won,
to the goddamn national anthem now? You're voting record, motherfucker. Shit.
Let him speak.
Yeah,
he can speak on his national anthem.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let's talk about the anthem. Go ahead.
Yeah,
national anthem.
Make your point, Richard.
It's not a point. I just brought it up. National anthem, NFL. It's been in the news for 2 years. Now, let me get to the story.
We're working on an issue to solve the problem with the anthem kneeling.
Pretty much.
What the fuck does that mean? That
exactly.
Means nothing.
What does that mean?
That means nothing.
And what goes over here? AJ, take it away, baby.
So for national anthem, personally, I don't give a fuck what you do.
Thank you.
You thought I
thought you was gonna be like, those damn blackies need to get on their damn feet and respect this damn country.
Kyra, what kind of podcast is this?
Yeah.
What do you think? Is this 1947?
Do you guys see the?
Jesus, what the hell was that?
I feel a whole lot of prejudice in the whole building right now. All right?
The whole building?
The whole building.
Hey.
She gonna replace the Maryland flag with the
what Kyra did, we call that black privilege.
I'm from Oklahoma. Okay. I'm from Oklahoma, and I still have a lot of people in my Facebook from Oklahoma, and they all be talking about this, and I know how they feel.
So yeah, personally, I don't give a fuck about what you do for the anthem. So to Kyra's point, I have black children, which you guys have known this.
Traitor.
No, not traitor.
I'm just joking.
So just
dang, AJ, take my jokes, man.
No. It's a good joke. No.
That was funny. That was funny.
So, you know, I have black children, and I want them to see both sides. And we've talked about this before. I'm not going to get too deep on it, but me as the father and the head of the household, I need to teach them both sides. Obviously, the history books aren't correct. So as far as the anthem goes, to tie that in, standing for the anthem, I mean, it's a moneymaker. That's the only reason why they were told to stand for the anthem. Really, honestly, and you know, this is me personally, I'm tired of hearing about the fucking anthem. Contractually, I have to stand for the anthem, so that's why I do it.
Yeah, because you can get discharged.
No, you're.
I've
100%,
seen it.
Yeah,
you get. Yeah, that'd be.
But
check right there.
But if I get the chance, I'm
First
gonna.
and 15th, motherfucker.
I'm gonna run inside as fast as I can. That way, I don't have to stand and salute. But if I'm out there, I will. I will do it.
You gonna run to the building?
No, yeah.
Like, oh shit.
Yeah. Fuck. When I hear that 5-minute whistle. Y'all ever seen that?
To the nearest building.
Hey, y'all ever seen the fat motherfucker run real fast? Well, that's the time to see it. All right.
Yeah, it was when Rachel was pulling out the driveway and forgot you.
She was pulling out?
No.
Wait, what?
That ain't never happened.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God.
Let me go ahead and be the first to say.
Hey,
y'all ever heard Drake's song Back to Back?
You ever heard about
Back to Back?
Yeah, because I nailed that one literally.
Oh, God.
It wasn't
Shout out to the kids.
I don't even want to talk about that no more.
It wasn't your best, AJ.
No, it ain't gotta be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
Back to this anthem thing.
It ain't gotta be my best because that's your cousin.
All right, Pat, what do you think? Anthem. What you got for me, baby?
I mean, we know the relevance, and I get both sides of the argument, but
I'm gonna cut you off. The reason why motherfuckers stand for the anthem is because they were getting paid. The military paid for people to stand for the anthem back in 2009. The shit is not right.
Yeah. You're talking about
they pay the NFL.
You're talking about the relevance of how it's connected to the NFL, but that's not the reason the average fan stands, because they don't get a check.
Well, let's think about this right here,
because it's all this is
so what if we
based on those who are.
What if we didn't have an anthem before the game?
Don't stand.
Why do we have an anthem before the game? What if we didn't have the anthem before the game?
I'm not going to get into the hypothetical.
Tradition.
But
no, because players didn't used to come out for the anthem in the 2000s.
Yeah, they used to stay in the locker room and then come out after.
So the reason why I said, don't forget that football is America. It is. I mean, it's not.
No, baseball is America's pastime.
It's not according to the ratings.
I'm not going to go back to last week's podcast.
This ain't the 50s anymore.
We were arguing about NFL last week.
All right, I don't know what you're talking about.
We're not going to bring it up.
Yeah, but America is the business. Okay, I got it. Yeah, America is the business when it comes to. That's the reason why they have the anthem. You know, military come out, whatnot. Myself, I've been out representing the Air Force on behalf of Wizards games. You know, they'll first quarter they'll wave their put a camera on us. You know, we wave everybody, whatnot. Beautiful, sweet, great time. I had a great time after that as well too. Story for another day. When it comes to sports in America and the country itself, it's almost anonymous, and more so with football than anything else. And that's why a lot of people have issues with people kneeling for the anthem. Okay, so flip that 180 completely. Why did Colin kneel in the first place?
Exactly.
Why did Colin kneel in the first place?
Exactly.
He knelt because police brutality. He didn't like what's going on. This is what he said. And a lot of people, I feel like that his speech after the game was completely brushed over. He said that, hey, I love the military. I have friends in the military. I respect them 100%. There's been a lot of injustice in this country that I've seen, and a lot of people can't speak for themselves.
Exactly.
Right.
So I use my platform to speak for them. Now, he set at first, and a lot of people had an issue with that. And Nate Boyer, he was a Green Beret, played with the Seahawks, he was a long snapper for a while. He reached out to Colin. He said, Colin, hey, if you're going to do this, at least take a knee. And a knee, it shows a sign of respect. And I've brought this up on the podcast before. When a lot of times people take a knee when they're praying, people take a knee when they're about to propose.
Yeah.
It's sacred. It represents something sacred, and it's submissive, and it's a level of respect that comes with kneeling. And the whole point is that the reason for the protest has been overshadowed. Not overshadowed. It's been discounted on the reason behind it, and the reasons behind it is what I support. So for those who kneel, it's in protest of the fact that there is injustice, and it contradicts what America stands for, being all inclusive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And the fact that certain races of people are being excluded and treated differently. And so the kneeling represents, this is not the America that we are.
Exactly.
And who we are. So that's why I kneel, because we are being misrepresented. So I agree with that. Now, the whole point, I get the point of view of what the national anthem represents, right? But the protest is that it's not living up to that. America isn't living up to that standard.
100%.
So for that, when it comes to the NFL, it should be freedom of choice. For those who kneel, it's in support of that protest, it should be supported.
I kind of have a different perspective because I look at it as a freedom of speech. It's our amendment right to be able to, whether that's to speak out, burn the flag, whatever you want to do, that's your choice as an American citizen. Oh,
AJ just got
that was
a
standing ovation.
My bad, y'all.
To your point.
That's
You
your
converted another
that's
listener.
your right. That's your right as an American citizen. And coming from, I'm not in the military anymore, but I'm a veteran of the Air Force. And when we raise our hand and we are sworn in, we're sworn to protect the Constitution and the citizens of this country. We literally are in the military to fight for those rights and to maintain those rights for our American citizens.
So, Kyra, I have a question to ask you then. And this gets to a different point right here. And let's see how you answer this one right here. So, you said you support the right to protest.
Yes.
Does that mean everything? Just the right to protest?
Looting
itself?
and protesting is different.
Well, I didn't say anything about looting. I didn't say anything about that right there.
But she knew where you were going.
No. I'm not going there at all. I'm going somewhere totally different.
Okay. AJ, God.
Sorry.
You know, there's a bottle opener inside there, right?
Did not know
It's
that.
right here.
Yeah. Oh, it's right there. Yeah. Use that, please, next time.
Gotcha.
Before you
I'm almost
Kyra pops
busting
her
my
eye
tooth
out.
out.
We like to get Kyra back to Nate in one piece.
Yes. I need to be in one piece. I got 3 more weeks.
So he can break her.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to my man.
Put that volleyball up, spike it down, baby.
All right, you ain't gonna have no teeth left next year.
Oh, damn. So, Kyra, so you support the right to protest. How do you feel about the Ku Klux Klan protesting the fact that blacks have the right to vote and walk in the streets peacefully? Let's say
peacefully protesting. Yes. Yeah. If you don't like black people, that's your choice as a citizen. Okay. I don't give a fuck. But the minute you come at me and you touch me, I'm gonna have a problem.
Well, that's something totally different. That's assault.
Exactly.
I'm talking when just walking the streets with signs, just protesting.
Go ahead.
That's an amendment right.
Go ahead.
And you know what? I feel the same exact way.
The minute you touch somebody, that's walking
assault.
into exactly.
Assault.
You're walking into a different category at that point.
Yeah.
But you, as an American citizen, if you don't like black people, that's your choice.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just stay in your house. Mind your business.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm glad you have that view of the world as well too. I support the right to protest peacefully.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that right there. Now, people say that it's fucking up the game. Now, this is fucking up the game. 12 minutes into the second quarter, your team's down by 7, and instead of fix that for him.
God damn, bro.
Yeah, I know what the fuck he did. 12 minutes into the second
organic.
quarter.
Hold on. Keep it organic. All right. God damn. Where the shirts at?
Yeah, 12 minutes to the second quarter. Both teams, 7 players on offense and 6 on defense, just take a knee.
Wait,
That
in the middle of the game?
exactly.
Okay.
Some people say that the protest is fucking up the game. They don't want to see
But
that
they're not
in the
doing
game.
it in the middle of the game.
Exactly.
They're doing it in the beginning when the anthem is on.
Exactly.
Why does it fucking matter?
Exactly. And that's the point I brought up right there. I understand that point. Hey, AJ, fix that for him. That's the point I brought up right there. Like people saying that it fucks up the game.
It's
but
not.
Exactly. It only fucks up the game if it's in the game.
I think in America, people are so sensitive about shit all the time.
Of course.
Like, why you care about people who do, like, why you care about gay marriage?
So what's the difference?
They're being gay in the comfort of their own home. I don't care. I literally don't care.
What's the difference between people kneeling for the anthem and Trump grabbing people in the pussy?
What's the difference?
Yeah, that's like two totally different things.
Yeah, kind of. Maybe.
I think you've been drinking.
I don't know. That's like, I can't even like
the two.
think of how those can be compared.
Yeah. We'll go. We'll come.
Grabbing people in the pussy is a sexual assault. But kneeling on your knee and you're not touching anybody, you're not assaulting anyone. Right. You just
one is against the law.
Now,
but he only stated that. He didn't actually. Where the allegation?
Right, but that's verbal assault.
I don't speak on my president. Like that.
That's verbal assault.
Donald Trump grabs some pussies.
So even speaking on it is verbal assault.
He's grabbed some pussies.
So that would be the equivalent of if someone was protesting and said,
"You ain't never grabbed no ass."
What?
In the club?
No, not that wasn't warranted.
Yeah. Not that I guess he's saying like
I was with someone I was with.
Look, say enough of this. All right, we're getting way off topic.
We are. My bad.
Yeah, it's all good. So
I like to play devil's advocate a little bit.
You're not committing a crime. You're not committing a crime by kneeling.
Yeah, facts.
No, you're not at all.
You're not.
I mean, you're taking a knee.
You're just not.
And what is the reason doing it? Like, you ever see LaShawn? You saw LaShawn McCoy last year before the anthem?
I didn't.
All right, so this is what LaShawn McCoy's doing. Before the anthem, you had a couple guys taking a knee, doing their protests, and McCoy was he's like stretching his hamstrings out and doing like I don't know, like all sorts of shit, jumping jacks, yoga poses, all this other crazy shit. Not for real, you can look it up.
Yeah.
That right there, I don't support that at all. That's something totally different. I don't know what the fuck he's doing with that one right there. You're not helping the cause at all.
Right, by ignoring it.
You're being a clown.
Right.
And you're making a clown of everything.
Right, that's antics.
Yeah, it's just antics right there. I don't get down with that right there. Now, if you take a knee and then you tell everybody, hey, I feel like America's not been living to its creed that it should be. It's a great country, but at the same time, we have failed our own people. And I'm taking a knee for those people.
And that jokes, and that creates a mockery of the protest in itself, because the protest in itself is very much serious, and there's a respect level that comes with that as well. Just like kneeling for the anthem, the fact of where the protest roots from is serious. So I agree with you. All of that is extra.
I ain't like that at all.
I think the issue is that people think that by kneeling you're not respecting the anthem, when actually you are respecting the anthem. When you're over here stretching and doing all this shit, you're ignoring the anthem. But if you kneel and you're quiet, you're still observing the anthem. You're still respecting it.
You can still put a hand over heart.
But you're just saying, you're making a statement by kneeling and saying, hey,
we have more work to do.
Shit's not right.
Yeah.
Things need to change.
Exactly.
But you're not being disrespectful. You're not ignoring the anthem. Right. You're quietly you're still there. You're still present. You're listening to the anthem.
My biggest thing, not to cut you off. My biggest thing is that why is it a big deal if so let me rewind a little bit. We're going back to Kaepernick, right? Kaepernick's the one that started this, correct?
Yes.
Right.
So somebody, if y'all didn't know, and I'm sure y'all did because we have researched together, Kaepernick actually, before kneeling, sat on the bench for the anthem, right?
No, I brought that up. You taking the piss. All that right there.
Yeah, my bad. Okay.
No, it's all good. I see where you're going with this.
Yeah. But like, if a veteran says, hey, this is what you should do, what's the issue?
And there are lots of veterans that are out there saying, hey, we are fighting literally Marines and seamen. What's
you just say sailors?
Sailors, airmen. All of us are. There are people coming out saying, "Hey, look, we're literally fighting overseas so that people have this right. Exactly. Let them do what they are allowed to do as an American citizen."
What happened to freedom of speech? Where's that at?
They don't have any because they make too much money. That's how I see it.
Okay.
Like, oh, you're a spoiled little rich boy. We've paid you millions of dollars to play football, and you're disrespecting the anthem. Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
it
I don't
all
like that at
boils
all.
down to money.
Yeah.
Because if Joe Smo was doing it down the street in the hood, the anthem came on. Nobody fucking cares. They only care because these men are making millions.
What about crackhead Joe that's kneeling for the anthem?
Right, like no one cares.
Yeah, no one cares about that.
No one
But if you have
cares.
some money, people pay attention.
People are paying attention, and that's the problem.
So yeah, you have money. Things that you're not taking the issue on for you. All right, you look like I said earlier today with me making tech. It's not just me; it's bigger than me.
Right.
They're players that are actually focused on the issue. They're doing it bigger for themselves. All right, it's not just them right there. It's not their paycheck and what they're making.
So have you ever watched Marshawn Lynch's show?
I
haven't.
have. Yeah.
So okay, so
I've seen the previews for it.
So Marshawn Lynch has his own kind of like this, almost like a podcast.
Hey, shout out to him.
A little bit different. Got a little bit different style to it, right?
Okay.
Called Beast Mode, of course, right?
Shocking.
Yeah, right. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. So what he does, right? NFL star, right? He's out there cussing and dropping the N-bomb, shit like that. So what's the difference between him doing that and people kneeling for the anthem? Like, the freedom of speech
Hold a second, because I gotta cut you off. What's the N-bomb?
Good show. Good show.
Say it, AJ. Come on.
I won't say it. I won't say it on camera, mainly because I'm still getting paid by the government.
You probably should.
You just let the audience know that you say it.
But
Yeah, exactly.
no, hey,
behind closed doors, in the privacy of his own home.
Just finish your point.
yeah,
by
yeah.
himself when no one's around.
Nah, fuck
There's
that.
a tree
even
making
Rachel.
sound.
That's a fucking
Not
lie
even
and a half.
Rachel, not even his children.
That's a lie and a half.
Hey, talk about beast mode, man.
So,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
anyways, yeah. So this dude saying, and
what?
The fuck was that?
Ninja. Ninja. Just say ninja.
yeah. So anyway, so this dude's saying the word, right? And he don't get fined for that, right?
Right.
So the anthem to me is a freedom of speech. It's a protest is rightfully so. It's quiet. It's not disrupting anything.
Right.
Right. So if people have these kind of shows, even this motherfucker.
Patrick,
Pat, what are you
you're
doing
fired,
over there?
Man.
You all do know the camera isn't on me. The people don't see this.
Good. Shit.
Go.
Hey, the camera's on you.
Nice.
Yeah, but my thing is like, who gives a fuck, man? If it doesn't affect your household, why,
You know why people
does
give a
it,
fuck?
Why does it matter?
Because people love this goddamn country, and you say you see you kneeling for a flag that they love. That's an issue.
And that
now,
comparison was terrible.
Now the thing is that no. I'm just bringing up why people don't like it.
I'm talking about AJ.
Oh, AJ. Yeah, fair enough.
The comparison to kneeling on the field.
And
But
saying-
no,
during
no,
the anthem
no,
versus
no.
in media.
The
But he's
the
saying
comparison
freedom of
is
speech.
the comparison
You can
is
say what you
freedom of
want.
speech. Yeah, like why can I go out and hear all these rap songs on XM radio where they say shit, fuck, bitch, ass, this and that, right? But
somebody kneeling is
somebody
so
kneeling is a
offensive.
goddamn offensive.
But
yeah,
people have
exactly.
issues with that too, as well.
It's XM radio.
People still have issues with people cursing.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't have an issue with any of my cursing.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
all.
yeah, yeah,
If you want
yeah.
to curse. Fuck.
The crazy part
There it
is,
is.
the people that have the issues are doing the same thing. Right. If you have an issue with cursing, how you not cursing? If you sinning upon God and don't repent, but you telling people they need to repent, that's an issue. So at the end of the day, nobody in this world is perfect.
Let
right?
he who is without sin cast the first stone.
Look, let's get back to the real issue right here. Not saying that you are, but let's actually solve this right here on Blacks and Yak.
How can we solve it?
There's no solving it.
Is there not?
No.
I have a plan.
Okay, let's hear your plan.
The plan is for
Rev Rick.
Reparations.
Hey, absolutely. I'm like, hey,
Give me my
hey,
money.
That's right. 40 acres in the music.
Hey, just so
baby.
y'all know that he's,
No,
try-
let me
he's,
sol-
he's trying to get the private plane too. So if you guys want to pay for the plane,
Reparations.
Let's solve it. Let's solve. You can solve this issue right here between the players and the owners. That's what the Miami Dolphins. They want to suspend players 4 games
For kneeling?
for kneeling for the anthem.
Yeah, yeah, that did just
Exactly.
come out.
That's what
I seen that.
And the NFL came with that statement right there. You said it earlier, so I just ran with it. You know, just keep it organic. Hey, hoodie's coming out soon. You want one? Hit me up. Yeah, so this is how you
dude
solve the
just
issue
plug
right here.
himself. He just plugged himself.
On my own podcast, of course. So this is how you solve the issue right here. The NFL needs to embrace what's going on.
Change.
NFL owners. Well, I want to see fucking Jerry Jones 60 Minutes talking about, yes, there's been police brutality in this country, and goddamn it, the NFL is going to help solve this issue.
Yes.
So every month, like you have breast cancer awareness, we're going to do something about that. We're going to have a whole month dedicated to players wearing maybe like yellow socks.
Even Domino's
like
is doing something.
Listen to me, what I'm saying.
Rick, that
Listen
is
what I'm saying.
a brilliant, like, for real though.
I'm trying. Let me talk about it. Before y'all cut me off.
I'm
Yes.
like, hold on, I'm sorry about that. I was like, damn,
You just blew her mind.
that was good.
Yeah, it's a way you can solve it. You get in front of the issue.
I'm
You don't
about
let
to
the narrative
tweet
be
right
controlled.
now. Hold on, I'm about to get on. Hold on.
Oh, speaking of which, go ahead and go live, baby.
Yeah, but
Oh, you want me to go live right now?
For the next issue.
But you know the
next
reason
issue.
that isn't going to happen. It's the same reason why.
I'm not
all
saying
these
I'm not
things
saying it's
are
going to
in
happen. I'm
place.
saying this is how you fix it right here.
Yeah, I agree, but
Yeah.
it's not.
Well,
Because
fair
of the
enough.
bottom
Well,
line.
I'm not saying.
Finish your point.
Yeah, I finished my point. You got to get owners, well-known owners, on 60 Minutes. Like I said, talking about the issue. Like, hey, this is why they're doing it right here, and have a player saying next to him, or sitting right next to him. They don't hate the country. They're doing it because they hate things that have been happening in the country, school shootings, things people relate to, police brutality, 45,000 people dying, every year because of lack of medical insurance, things like that. You get people on board with and say, hey, this is what we're gonna do as NFL. The month of December, like I just said, we'll wear yellow or black or whatever color you want to go with, and it'll be dedicated towards issues that's going on in the country. And they will donate this amount of money right here. And in return, the players don't kneel because the protest has had things happen. But like this, black people are still marching for the right to vote. At some point, the protest has to have a goal and an ending. It has to. You have to be able to reach your goal, and until you reach your goal, you keep protesting. But when you reach your ending point, then there's no point to protest anymore. We're not marching the streets anymore. Trying to shop in stores. No, that's not happening. Or ride public transportation.
We're not doing sit-ins anymore.
Yeah, we're not doing that anymore. At some point, you have a leader, Malcolm Jenkins with the Eagles, great guy. He's talked in front of Congress before about issues that's with the community. You have a goal. You have leaders already in place. Reach the goal. Where the NFL has to go on board. Now, will they do that? Pat says no. I agree.
No,
with Pat.
they're proving it.
Yeah, exactly.
They're proving
right now.
it when they're trying to put things. They are putting things in place and policies in place to deter from protests, and where there is repercussions for and consequences for protesting. So it lets you know that they aren't, and it falls back to the bottom line. And for them, it has been when the decline in viewership and attendance at the games started to happen because of those who were irate at this protest and sort of deflecting from where it was based off of. When they started seeing that effect, that's when really things started moving. And the reality is it's political. And so as businessmen, they are
it's all
going
about
to
the money.
be neutral.
But
Money.
people
And
don't
it's
know
all
why they're
about the
protesting, though. Because the owners
How
are
do
getting
you
on the
not
front.
know?
But it's been made clear.
People don't know who you need to vote for. We talked about that in the last segment.
Yeah, but
How
it's
do you
been made
not know?
clear.
Made clear by who?
By those who are protesting, by Kaepernick.
No. It has
by
been
the person who
made
started.
clear by Roger Goodell. Has been made clear by Jerry Jones, Dan Snyder. These people had to make it clear.
Right.
The owners, the people who run the NFL, to make it clear.
Yeah, but they aren't because
It can't be some second
because it's
safety with the goddamn
subliminally-
49ers.
It subliminally
I think too.
puts them takes a position.
Go ahead, Kyra. What you
So
say?
take a
I
damn
was gonna say
position.
too. We're missing
And they're
like the
It's true.
I know this is gonna sound really stupid, but the age of the owners that we're talking about. Look at the people who are protesting. They're current players. They're millennials. They're in our age group. So
Facts.
their perspective is different from a 70-year-old Jerry, who is a baby boomer who has a different view of. You don't know what that man does in his
But that's
private
true.
home.
But at the same time, do you want to be old as that? You're gonna be old forever, or you actually want to reach out to people, understand what a newer generation who's gonna be around long after you're gone. We're gonna talk about you.
You can't teach an old dog new tricks though. That's my point.
But thing is that
these
that's
these
true. That's
old
very
these
true.
old
That's very
white
true.
men who got this old NFL money, they don't care about the issues in the country. They care about lining them pockets.
Well, in the meantime, your sport's gonna fail one way or the other, whether it's CTE or the Anthem.
Or both.
Yeah, and the NBA
It's
will just
over.
keep rising. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You gonna try something new or try something old?
Hey, if Dan Cathy owned the team,
That's a dope idea,
who's the
though.
CEO, and
if they picked a
his
month,
father was the founder of Chick-fil-A.
like,
if he owned the team, he would have taken a position.
I'm telling you, pick the month
of support.
Oh, Jesus. Pick the month of December. Wear a color like breast cancer awareness.
December.
I don't know. October is breast cancer awareness.
You know, they play in December.
Maybe they could tie it in with. Maybe they could tie it in with like Black History Month. Like just.
Who plays in February though? It's gonna be active.
Like the Super Bowl is like the biggest, most televised event.
Facts.
Maybe if they pick just that
they won't
day,
do that. They won't do
see,
that one right there.
And see here
in the month of February,
they won't do that one.
That would be super dope.
See, the thing of the issue stat that we're talking about is it's not just black issues. You have white people get killed by cops as well too. It's not. It's underreported.
Not on the same scale, but yes.
Well, it's more white people than black people. So scale ratio wise, yes. Number wise, no.
And the thing about
that's like saying there's more white people in prison. There are, but
I just said ratio wise, no. Number wise, yes.
Yeah, okay.
But does a mother still grieve for a kid regardless?
Yes.
So what's the issue?
What do you mean? What's the issue?
Who cares what color they are?
Right.
Somebody's parent is still crying out there for losing their kid.
Real quick. So we got a viewer on. He said, I think that the owners do not understand why the protest is going on and the significance of the protest. How do you feel about that?
Because they got too much money.
They don't understand, and they will continue not to understand unless you get somebody in there that's, I don't know, maybe like the 30s or 40s owning a football team. It's gonna be like that. All the owners are like 80.
That's what I'm saying.
75.
They're old white guys. They don't understand.
I mean, and to that point, for God's sakes, we have African Americans who are of privilege, who are disconnected from racial.
Michael Jordan,
Kanye,
yeah. Lil Wayne, he spoke out.
Young Thug,
and they are disconnected from it and admitted it
because they don't live. They don't live the life. They're not.
That they didn't see that it existed.
They're not boots on the ground.
Can you only imagine for the Caucasian 67, baby boomer?
Hey, all in all, before we end this segment real quick,
team owner who, of course, he's not connected to.
Before we move on, all together as a country, we have to do better.
Yes.
I don't give you blue, green, or orange. We all got to do better. All of us.
Real quick, and to go back on your point, real quick, because you got me going live and everything at the same time, so I'm trying to run everything at once.
Yeah, cut that live off soon. They can watch.
Yeah. I got you. As far as you said the month of February, right?
Yeah.
Why would they do February if they only have one game in the month of February?
Because that's the most televised event.
But it's
the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl
and it's in the month of February, which is Black History Month.
You ready? Super Bowl is in the first Sunday of the month of February.
Yes.
So why would they do the whole month if they only have one game in that month?
You're saying more days to get more exposure.
That's what I said.
Exactly.
December.
Okay.
That's what I said. December. It's like a perfect month. November, December. It's just a perfect month to do it.
Hey, so you got a viewer that said don't cut the live off.
Hey, look, baby, look. We try and get these views up. Catch us on YouTube tomorrow. It'll be up there. All right. I'm sorry. I can run a business, man. What you want me to do?
He also said Kanye is smarter than most give him.
And if you like the video, like and subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe, man. Subscribe.
I'm not Kanye's not my friend.
But we ain't talking about Kanye tonight.
We appreciate you.
He's not my
in.
friend right now.
All right, baby. Let's move on to this next topic.
All right.
Reset. Start. Let's go from there. Okay. All right. So you still got a camera on me?
Yeah.
Hot as shit,
Man, cut that shit off.
Both the cameras are on you.
Cut that shit off, dude.
Oh, he said, "What's the link?" He wants us to go live on YouTube.
The video will be up there tomorrow. Cut that shit off.
All right.
Yeah. Goddamn. We're in a goddamn business here. All right.
Get more views on Facebook.
Absolutely. I don't care what views on Facebook. Facebook ain't gonna make no money.
No, you can. You just don't know how.
You really gonna argue this shit about me right now?
Okay,
we're not gonna argue right now.
On to the next one. Next one. America do better.
America do better. That's all it is right there.
Do better.
All right, so let's talk about Uganda real quick. Yes, it's not America. America do better. Let's talk about Uganda. Let's talk about Uganda. What's that side right there? You talking Black Power all month?
No,
every single podcast, I say Uganda, you give it our side.
Let's get into it.
All right, bet. Let's get into it.
Go ahead.
So Uganda's doing something crazy right now. They are charging people to use social media. I ain't just talking social media as in one app. You're like one of them old ladies in church right now.
It's hot as shit in here, y'all. Y'all got the air off. I'm sweating.
We had to.
Okay, well, I have to use a fan because I'm hot.
Hey, fair enough.
Look at you, AJ.
That's not me.
Oh, Patrick.
Yeah, imagine that.
Pat spilled something again?
Yes, he did.
All right, so back to Uganda. So Uganda's charging, they're not charging much right now. They're only charging a nickel to use social media. But the fact is that you have a country charging money to use Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram. It's about it's about 52 other apps I didn't even name that they're actually charging for, and I ain't about to name all of them right now.
Nah, name them all.
I don't have all the names of that. Even if I did, I ain't doing that shit right now. So the thing about this is that social media pretty much runs the world. I mean, to be honest, are you opening that bottle up?
I'm trying not to hit AJ in the teeth like he did me.
Oh, ooh, damn, never mind. All right, so the thing is that social media runs the world.
I'm not going to touch
all day. That. Like, I mean, like even us right now. I mean,
keep
YouTube.
Your fucking comments to yourself.
All right, enough. Jesus Christ. YouTube, Facebook. That's all social media right there. So the thing is that one, how would you react if you were living in Uganda to this nonsense right now? Would you pay? Would you pay a nickel a day? Just a nickel. It's supposed to go towards tax revenue for the country.
Now, if Facebook
well, this is what Uganda said.
Was a nickel.
This Uganda also said too. They said if you have money to chat, then you have money to pay to use social media.
You have money to chat.
Yeah, they said money. You have to use all these apps, and you should have money to be able to pay.
Oh, like if you have free time, then you have.
Essentially,
obviously, you're not working hard enough, so you should be paying for it. No. Now, if you go on your Play Store or Apple whatever thing and Facebook was 25 cents, I paid the 25 cents. But how you gonna tell me to pay for Facebook when Facebook is free to install on my phone? That's stupid.
You know, at one point there was rumors of Zuckerberg charging to actually use Facebook. And to be honest,
no, he can't do shit now after what happened. He just got to shut up and be quiet for a minute.
I don't know. The way it is, it's so much money in social media is that, and I use Uganda as an example for, not just America, but for the rest of the world. Because, the world exists outside of America, as we all said earlier.
Really?
Countries you visited.
It does?
Shocking. Most Americans don't realize that.
For some it does. For others it doesn't.
I'm going to go around with Eric. Kyra, you already told me how you feel. Pat, Pat's not big on Facebook, but Pat loves himself some IG, though. He led an Instagram life. So pretty much the two of y'all, what you tell me right now? Would y'all pay for Facebook or any type of social media?
I'm not paying for no free app.
No, because even now, for me personally, I'm not active on it. So it's not a necessity for me. Now, granted, for what Uganda's tax implements, it's about, I think it was 5 cents a day. But I get speaking out. So, yeah, that's relatively insignificant. But it's what it breeds. You know what I mean? Because once you open the doors to that, then you open doors for increases and all of that. And now I do agree with Ugandans and how it can potentially go against freedom of speech.
To me,
and so and it almost
I just cut you off.
Go ahead. I thought you paused.
You did pause like you were done.
Right?
Am I thought?
No, you were right. You were right there.
Finish your thought, Pat. Go ahead.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, I do agree that it does go against freedom of speech, being as though that it's charging you to use that luxury, So anyway,
go ahead.
It just seems like real controlling behavior when Uganda's a democracy. So how can you? Do you know what I mean? Like if you look at the type of government that they have, it's a democracy. So it's all about, like America, freedom. How are you going to have a country that's free but charge for people to use?
Well,
a free
I think
app?
it's the same thing. Not to cut you off.
No. I did have a question though. Like, where does that money go?
It goes back to the state.
It goes to the state.
Yeah, it's a tax. So pretty much, the thing about it's the same thing with the NFL and the owners and the players. It's a disconnect between the government of Uganda and the people.
Right.
A lot of people use social media. The majority of social media are what? Younger people, because internet was what? It really came in existence, about 30 years
1998.
ago?
Right.
Yeah. Twitter didn't really pop off to 2010? Something like that?
Yeah. Around that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Instagram, a couple years later. Snapchat, about 3 years ago.
Snapchat is new.
So all this is new.
Right.
And it'll be something else popping off here in the next couple of years. It's just how it goes. So
I can't keep up.
Everybody Uganda government, their council, what I read, is 65 and older.
So
they have no fresh eyes, no young eyes on the issue.
Exactly. They're pretty much looking at it through
Kinda
their
like the
view.
NFL.
Yeah,
Old
exactly.
people.
They're looking from their view, like, hey, people are using it. Fuck
But
it, just
they're
charge
not.
money for it.
That's
yeah,
the problem.
but
They're not.
that goes against net neutrality. So for
Which
those
doesn't
who,
exist in this country anymore.
yeah. So for those who don't know, net neutrality is a basic principle of when you use internet services, it allows you to freely view all sources on the internet without bias, and it allows you to, like I said, freely view. And to put that tax in place goes against that because it's putting a stipulation on your use. And Uganda still has that. They still have that principle in place. So when you enact this tax, it just goes against the fundamental idea of how to use the internet. And so I get the voice.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, I don't like it at all. And I want to bring this back home front with us living here in the United States of America. Do you think this could happen to us one day?
Anything's possible.
It's possible.
Yeah, the same way I look at it too. I think that if people, but the thing is that let's say right tomorrow, if Zuckerberg were to charge 99 cents, $1 just a year to use Facebook, would you pay?
There's gonna be some users that's like, nah, man.
Exactly.
Some, but not. It won't shut down Facebook.
Do y'all need social media at all? Honestly,
some people do.
Well, see,
I ain't talking some people. I'm talking about us.
but it's headed that way. Just
do.
like social media, one of their goals is to dive more into content-driven platform.
Which social media?
I said Facebook.
Facebook. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Facebook as a company is working currently, as well as Apple, to implement that much more content on the platform. So with that comes subscription-based services. And so it'll be, in America, we always have it where you have the option to or not to. But everything that's on the platform that's of benefit is geared towards subscription-based. So we already have that implementation in place, but you still have that freedom of choice. And what this internet company is doing with the government is doing in Uganda, implementing that tax, is the exact opposite. It's forcing them into it. It removes the option of choice, the freedom of choice.
Right.
Yeah. Which I don't agree with.
No, not at all.
So I don't think we'll go that route. Once breaking it down and I hear it, I don't think we'll go that route.
I don't know.
Being forced into,
I have no idea what the future
There's
holds.
so much shit you can tax. Why do you have to tax social media?
Because it's extremely lucrative.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think
They put taxes on the internet.
Do you know there's a tax for grocery bags? Like,
so I was just about to get into that, and I'm glad you said that. So
tax anything.
what is the difference between taxing 5 cents a day for social media and taxing 10 cents every time you go to the grocery store in California?
You gotta eat.
Exactly. So
you have.
I ain't gotta have Facebook. I'd rather have food than Facebook.
In California, you have the option of supplying your own bag.
Yeah, well,
and you can still take away the necessity, which is your groceries.
Right.
Okay.
Whereas in Uganda, they tax it. So if you want to key in,
there is no choice.
You pay to play.
Right.
Here's my thing. Right. So, and I didn't really look into this link, right? But off of not looking into it, right? Ricky had stated that the tax goes back into the state. So if we legalize marijuana, the tax will go into the state. So if we would put taxes on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, would that get us out of economical debt?
No.
Why? How wouldn't?
Because we're in like trillions of dollars of debt.
But it would be a great start, right?
Yeah, but it's a fact that the debt that we're in, that we currently hold, is not repayable. We're at a level in terms of how
like
it
$17 trillion
aligns with the economy. In terms of
I'm listening. I got you.
Yeah. So
at the end of the day, if we can't pay it back,
what's the point of taxing Facebook?
No. Why wouldn't they tax Facebook?
Because we're not going to get out of debt.
But see, we're not getting out of debt because of the current policies in place. So if you put tax on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, that money builds up over time. We have millions of people, billions of people in America using all social media platforms.
You said billions?
I would say billions, yeah.
In America?
In America.
No, that's only about 320 in the country. Million.
I thought there was... Okay. Oh, regardless...
On the planet, there's like...
Well, the planet is 7 billion.
Yeah.
Right
7 billion. Okay, so that's what I was thinking, the planet.
No, you
so,
good.
So, regardless, you say how many?
7 billion?
No. In America.
320.
Oh,
320 million. Okay. So, let's do some math here. Can I pull my phone out real quick?
Go ahead, do some math. Put some numbers.
Let's do some math here. 320.
Because pretty much everyone right now is on social media. I mean,
yeah.
If you have a phone, you have some form of social media. More than likely.
But you only pay when you use it. I don't use social media every day.
No. They said a month. A month.
No.
A day.
A nickel a day.
A nickel a day. Okay, so
So if you don't use it that day, you don't pay the 5 cents.
Right.
So
how do they track that?
Look, I don't even know.
You have IP address history.
Yeah.
Same way they track predators.
So whose job is it to track that and follow who's on and who's not every day?
Probably the internet companies that report it back to the state.
Right. Because that's who's suing the government in Uganda now is an independent internet company.
So I don't know what this means. And I'm gonna throw it up here. That's how much money we will make a year.
That's 7.008 to power 10.
Yeah,
that's like
to power 10.
1, 2, 3. That's like 7 trillion or 7 million. No, it's more than that.
It's million.
Is it
billion? Billion? I think 10.
I
zeros.
I need a piece of paper.
I don't know. Somebody out there do the math.
Yeah.
But
what I'm saying, over time, if you take that over 3 years, we will be out of debt.
I mean, it would be money.
Yeah.
It would be money.
So I don't. Would I pay 5 cents a day? I would have to.
How much is that a month?
If our government said we had to, then yes, obviously we would have to. But our government isn't.
That's $1.50 a month per person.
People would pay that. $1.50
a month
People
per person.
Pay that.
Honestly,
but it's not about.
It's the principle
the
of the thing.
affordability.
No, I understand that.
Represent.
Yeah, I understand 100%.
But
absolutely,
I just don't see how you can charge for people to use free apps. That's what I don't understand.
And that's what I'm saying. Whether it's free or not. So people don't charge for free apps. Okay. Here's my rebuttal on that. Yeah. Here's my rebuttal on that, right? So people download free games all the time, but they'll spend 99 cents to get more lives on Candy Crush.
Pokemon Go.
Right. But see, that's the option of
their
choice.
choice.
You see what I mean?
Thank you.
So
that's different than
you choose to spend 99 cents on extra lives.
To open up the app being charged versus in-app charges. Totally
different. Okay, so what did they do this, right? What did they charge 99 or what was it, 5 cents? 5 cents to watch a video or to post a video, to post a picture.
That adds up way quicker.
Whoa, that's something totally crazy right there.
Yeah, but
there's people that post like 10 times a day.
Okay, but that would be your choice, right? That would be your choice, right?
That's the way the app
but that's
worked.
the equivalent of being charged to speak.
But all I'm saying, the only point that I'm trying to make is that this could be something, social media could be something that would get the U.S. out of debt.
So we should capitalize on people's use of social media.
I don't believe we should. Do I believe the government would? 100%. That's all I got.
That's an interesting point that I would extremely disagree with. You're already paying your internet service provider, money just to use this.
Exactly.
And then here comes the government, and of course they're already being taxed.
Exactly.
Here comes the government taxing you personally
to speak,
to use something you're already being taxed for, and you're already paying for.
Here's the thing, though: you're not just paying your internet service provider; you're paying your phone bill when you use data.
Yes.
Right. So it's not just internet service provider. So therefore.
So why should we have an additional tax? That's my point.
So okay, right. So like my my statement had came before in a past podcast, right? What would the difference between us paying an extra 5 cents on our bill going to the government and the difference between us just paying and getting that 5 cents back and paying the actual app like a day? What's the difference there?
A double tax.
But no. I think you're misunderstanding. What I'm saying is, would you rather pay the internet company 5 cents a day, right, and not realize that we're paying that extra 5 cents, or know that you're paying Facebook 5 cents a day to use Facebook, and then you have that power of choice to not use Facebook for that day?
Right, but when a company puts that in place, that's a service charge, versus the government who already taxes you for the price of doing business. They tax you on your income. They tax you on your profits. For the average American who uses the internet, they tax you on what you earn. So to tax you to do something of your own volition, that there's no justification in that.
But okay, so go ahead.
They're charging you to speak.
Right.
Because that's what on Facebook, they're charging you to communicate with your friend
or your family.
That's why it's called social media.
Right. I get what you're saying. So the internet is charging you, and the phone companies are charging you.
Free media is in the you know what I mean. So these are things that are those are two ideas that shouldn't have a charge on it. It shouldn't be billable.
But okay, do we really know what phone companies are charging us for? Do you know what your phone company is 100%
I look at my
yes,
phone bill
public.
every day.
It's public.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean,
that's
not
a whole
every day,
nother,
but every
that's
month
another
I look at my
conversation.
But that's what I'm
Does
saying.
the
Like,
average American,
how do we not know that the phone company is giving us some of this money to the government? You know what I'm saying? These are charges we don't see. You see what I'm saying?
An enterprise isn't in the habit of giving the government more than is required.
Exactly.
Oh, nah.
So they aren't going to secretly
give that 5 cents and then give it to the government. They're going to take that 5 cents and they're going to put it in their pocket.
Yeah. But we talk about hidden fees all the time.
Yeah, but that's service charge. You see what I mean?
What does that service go towards?
No, you mean the charge.
The charge,
the charge goes into
the service
services
charge
that they offer. Right? So that's different from
You
governmental
mean who
tax.
gets that money?
Yeah, exactly.
The company.
Yes. The people the CEOs and the COOs of the company.
So
and the employees.
If we were trying to make the economy better, you wouldn't pay 5 cents a day to go on social media. That's where I'm ultimately getting to.
Listen, if
for
I
320 million
to
people,
be philanthropic, it'll be of my own volition. If I want to give to make something better, I do it of my own free will.
Okay.
You're not going to stipulate on me. You need to give to make this better.
Okay.
And I agree with Pat right there. Yeah, you're not going to tax me on top of taxing me already.
Yeah.
To do what I've already been paying for it to do.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if it's a penny a month.
So they're taxing you to use the internet already.
Yeah, you pay taxes on everything.
So if they added a little bit more taxes on what you paid to Cox Communication, Verizon, whatever internet you use, would that be an issue?
Yeah, do better with the taxes I'm giving you.
That's what I'm saying. What if they taxed you a little 5 cents more
But
a
he's
month?
saying they're already taxing us, so why not do better with the money that we're being taxed?
Yeah.
Instead of having to tax more, maybe look at the spending plan, the budget plan. The government needs to look at the budget plan and figure out.
Okay, so it's a government issue.
How are we
it's
using? How are they using their funding?
You.
Where? Okay, they have this much money.
Let me bring it to this point right here. Let's go back to we talked about it earlier. Bernie Sanders. His plan is to give Medicare for all. Yes, that raises your taxes by $2,000, but it also get rid of your premiums you already pay.
Right.
So you pay $5,000 a year in premiums, but your taxes go up $2,000. So you're saving money. Look it up.
No.
Okay.
You got it.
I mean, there are countries that have free health care. The only problem with free health care is that.
Well, not so much I'm trying to go on health care, but just a point of taxes right there that you could do more with taxes already.
Right.
And so, yes, I'm already paying you enough shit, all right?
It's
I'm already paying you enough.
You tax me for every goddamn thing. You don't need to tax me to use Facebook.
It's working extremely well in Canada.
It works very well.
That's why I'm going there.
Now, we talking about like elective surgeries, like you want to get your nose sharpened a little bit.
Yeah,
that's
but
something totally different.
That's out of your pocket.
But if you got a fucking ulcer in your stomach, that's that right there. But I ain't going so much back on healthcare. But taxes, yes, do better with taxes we're giving you. Just do better with it. All right.
Do we know where all taxes are going?
No, we don't know.
No, hell no.
Okay.
I don't work for the government. How am I supposed to know?
Absolutely
No,
not.
no, you're right. You got it. That's my only thing.
But that's the problem.
I don't feel like I don't.
J. Cole has a song he did well with on his new album about that.
We don't
About
know
the
what we don't know where the
misappropriation of
taxes
funds
are
when it comes
going,
to
and that's
taxes.
one of the issues.
That would be a huge issue, and that's what I was trying to open up.
I want to know why they ain't fixed these goddamn Maryland roads.
Why they ain't fix no roads.
These damn
Illinois ain't
I
any
have
better.
never been in a
Virginia
place.
ain't any better.
Oh, so before we go into anything else right here, I have one more topic, but based on time, I'm going to skip this one for now.
Okay.
I think we covered pretty much a lot today that I'm comfortable with.
Gotcha.
But let's move on to a little bit of the after party of the show. That's pretty much it for the main topic.
Are we in the after party?
We in the after party right now.
Oh,
Yeah, absolutely.
So we can keep drinking heavy now.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
11. Oh, it's early.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, this is it right here. It's all just conscious streaming, conscious streaming podcasting right now.
Hey,
Whatever's on your mind, y'all bring it up. Hey Pat, that how did that not make you feel the other day?
Oh yeah,
Did you get sick from it?
yeah. I felt queasy,
From
but I think
Hanabi?
it's because
Yeah.
I kept adding
The
that
yum yum sauce.
Yeah, with each layer,
Yeah,
and so then it was to the point like me and mayonnaise don't, So anyway,
you ain't a mayonnaise kind of black man.
yeah, exactly.
From Hanabi? What
Yeah.
y'all was shitting?
It wasn't it wasn't good.
And we all overindulged in the yum yum sauce.
Yeah, hey, AJ, you gonna run the show? Or you gonna text all night?
No, he's doing a live feed.
I've been doing both.
But it was a good
Oh,
time.
Yeah, don't worry about me. All right.
That
I
was
worry
a good-
about you.
It was a good
Can't run
time.
Pat for 5 minutes.
No, it hasn't. The real question is how you gonna try to question me, right? He gonna question me, and then I
Hey,
came
AJ,
up here and
AJ.
fixed the whole show for him.
Hey AJ, relax. I was joking with you.
Nah, fuck that shit.
Yeah,
Fuck that shit.
Yeah,
That's,
exactly.
it's your fault.
AJ,
Yeah.
are you a
You
Cancer?
fueled them.
I'm sorry.
When's
Look,
your birthday?
You've been drinking with him since 5.
Look, you see how much I've had.
When is your birthday?
Look at my hand.
That's why I said you
Yeah.
fueled
I don't know.
him.
What's that?
He fueled
My
himself. He a grown
Oh,
man.
wait, what's that?
I'm a Taurus.
Oh. Are they sensitive?
Not at all.
You sensitive.
Defensive.
Defensive. Okay.
Defensive.
Okay, defensive.
Well, in this day and age, and social
yeah.
media is the same thing.
Hey, 5 cents for that.
I'm a Cancer. I'm a Cancer. I know I'm sensitive. AJ, you sensitive.
Not at all.
Yes, huh?
I
You
just
say
defend
defensive,
myself.
not sensitive.
I defend my point. That's it.
Sensitively.
I stand by. I said what I said. All right.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh. Who Pat over
boy's
there
funny.
texting? Go-
Pat's
Hey,
texting
Pat, real
them.
quick.
With the phone that's on the
No,
table.
no. Hey, real quick. Hey, go ahead.
Pat,
On
Pat
this
don't
phone?
got
Hey,
Pat
real
doesn't
quick.
have 5 cents.
Hey, just so y'all know, I ain't even got to set the podcast. Hey, just so y'all know, Pat is single still.
Yay.
Go, hey, do something for him real quick.
Rain
I
is
got it
wet.
on your pants. Go ahead.
What?
Oh, what the
On the
hell?
live.
Hold on, wait. Did you see it jump?
Oh shit. Yeah, that boy's wild.
Oh,
You
I'm
ready?
a girl.
Hey, you
We
ready for this cookout tomorrow?
man, am I?
Oh.
Am I?
Yo, it's been
Hey.
last
This
year.
is the first time I met this side
Oh,
of the
so
family.
everybody.
Hey, we got the chicken marinating already.
Of course.
Yeah.
And so every
Facts.
year, not every year, but it's second year in a row that me and Pat's side of the family, his mother, my father, we all get the cousins together. And last year was extremely successful.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we had I think everybody showed up for that
Yeah.
one. Yeah,
And it
I
was
think,
just super chill, man. Everyone,
yeah.
and it was just a good time. We ate good, had fun. You know,
Yeah, it was great. It was
it was
wonderful.
better. It was the best, man.
Yeah,
We
ate
almost
good, drink
forget.
Hey,
well.
Facebook Live,
It was
second
just like a
annual
party. It was
Cousins
a party,
Cookout.
man.
Hey, don't be
Jenny,
posting-
what's your address?
No, hey, hold a second now. Hold up. Hold up.
Something, White
hold up.
Plains, Maryland.
hold up.
Cousins
Stop,
Cookout
stop,
slash-
Stop.
Cousins Cookout slash
It is
promotion
a-
party
What is it?
It is It is a family cookout. All right,
think it's in my
it's a family
slash
cookout.
promotion party.
We- you know what date that?
Hey,
we got
just so
the
y'all
cookout for?
know, Rev Rick is ordained, so everybody's family to him.
There you
We are all brothers and sisters.
Man, fuck
Christ.
some of y'all. How about that? All right. Nah. I got nothing love for all y'all. But yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man.
Hey, shout out!
Beautiful
Hey,
thing.
real
I can't-
quick!
I'm
Hey,
looking
Rick,
forward to
do
it.
me a favor. Shout out this
Sure.
guy right now that's watching. That is the original OBS god, Chris Goins.
Oh, dude. Hey, baby. If you had an altar, I'd kneel before it, and I'll burn some ashes to that shit, man. God damn, Chris, appreciate you, baby.
Yeah.
And to all the family, no
Oh,
one
Chase!
bow, no
I
one
said,
bow
I
out
said
to
Chris.
the
I
rain.
meant Chase. Chase Goins.
Chase God.
Don't give it to the
Chase
rain
God.
tomorrow. To all the family.
Hey, don't be doing that
We
rain
moving
dance.
to the garage.
We're gonna
moving
turn
to the
up. We're gonna
garage.
turn up in the house, the garage, the basement. We got the games down there.
Yeah. Now I already told all the cousins.
Rain or shine.
You know,
they
black
live.
people shrivel
Make
up
a
in the
mess,
rain.
clean it up.
Yeah, I already told all the cousins that straight up. Look, bring your own chair.
Yeah.
Damn,
First of all.
ghetto.
Hey,
I'm
it is
just
what it
playing.
is. Hey, bring your
I'm
own
just
chair.
playing.
All right, bring your own chair. Everybody bringing the dish. Kyra, what you bringing?
You ain't told me bring no damn dish.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I
Damn.
talked to Jenny the other day. I said,
Oh,
"What you
Kyra.
need me to bring?" She said, "Oh, we got everything."
Fuck all that.
She
Kyra,
sound
bring
like
some
a
ice
ca-
tomorrow.
she sound
Hey,
like a
so
Ice?
hey,
Yeah, bring some ice.
so real quick.
Bring about 3
Rick,
bags
Rick.
of ice.
We got a viewer question.
I said, "Do you need anything?"
What's up? What's
Oh
up? What's up?
shit! Hold on.
Uh-oh. Kyra
That's
sounding
off
like
topic.
a
Jesus
Kyra sounding like a character in a Tyler Perry movie right now.
Jenny don't remember shit. I just talked to her on the phone the other day. I'll make you damn dip. It's just cream cheese and sausage.
You know what
And
she sound
Rotel.
like? That dude on YouTube. No
Yeah.
more dip.
Yeah.
No more dip. No more dip.
I don't like
Say
that
it, say it one more time. No more dip.
Hey, Rick.
It
Rick,
felt good.
Rick.
I had sex with one for the first time,
And
and
you
it felt
better make
good.
dip, and you better make it with the spicy Italian sausage too.
Say it one more again. No more
So
dip.
we have a viewer question on Facebook
What's the
Live.
name? What's the name?
What is the worst experience with an unwanted guest at a family reunion?
I want to
Oh,
get
we
to the
don't
family
have
reunion.
that.
No, I don't exist
we don't
over in
have
this
that.
family.
Yeah,
Nah,
okay.
absolutely not. No.
We have healthy dysfunction.
Yeah, exactly. yeah.
It's just
my
entertainment. It's all
family,
love.
my family, like quietly talks shit about people.
Okay.
Like, oh, I don't want to put my family on blast. My family's lovely.
Hey, you just did put your family on blast and took it back and tried to
No.
clean it up.
She digressed.
My
She digressed.
My auntie came up with like this funny name for a certain race of people.
Uh-oh. Moving on.
Yeah, just keep that one to yourself right there.
I'm gonna keep it to myself. That's why I'm
Yeah.
not gonna say it.
Yeah, shout out to that viewer. I mean, I'm sorry if you had experience, but not so much to brag on the family, but we grew up all together. Like, I mean, all our cousins pretty much the same age, so it's nothing but love.
I mean, Patrick and Rick basically sleep in the same bed every night, so
Facts.
Jesus Christ. What is it?
snuggling and shit. Like,
You like that your friends? You want your friends to be homosexuals? Like,
Yeah. You already know how Pat feel about homosexuals.
walk right into that one.
Damn.
I did that to myself.
And there goes Premier Janitorial.
I did it to myself, and I ain't need no
Company
knowledge
went
yet.
under.
Oh shit.
It's funny.
Any last words, man? Before I cut it off on live.
Hey, shout out to all y'all. Blacks and Yaks, subscribe on YouTube. The video will be up tomorrow in full. Segments will be out on Sunday.
Oh, hold on. Any ex-girlfriends that stalked you after a breakup?
Ooh, no comment.
Oh, I got my wife
hey.
in the room, man. What kind of question is that?
I mean, that's an honest question. I've had a stalker.
You had an ex
Sound like someone needs some
He
advice
wasn't-
on how to
he
handle
wasn't
something.
really.
Yeah, that's what it
he
sound like.
wasn't really a stalker. He was like obsessed. Like I met him one time. This was when I was in high school. You know how you go on like college tours and shit. Well, and you get to like stay in the dorms or whatever. Well, I stayed in the dorms and I went to a party and I met this boy and he was like a junior in college. He like fell in love. He would not leave me alone for like months. I didn't know and I was like 17. I was like, what do I do? Like, eventually he just got the hint and left me alone. But
Hey, I got some advice. Not to cut you, Kyra. That was cool. That was wonderful.
it's scary.
That was woman advice. When's a man? Is this a dude or a girl? Just out of curiosity.
Dudes can be simps and crazy too.
No, the question, live question.
The question is coming
Ex-girlfriends.
from a male.
Okay.
Ex-girlfriends that are
ex-girlfriend
stalkers.
stalking you?
Yes.
Put some dick back in her.
No,
Sound
no.
like me.
That is the last thing you do. You do not know.
Hey.
Because that's gonna make it her obsessiveness with you more intense.
Facts.
That was like, how do you end terrorism? Give them more money. Jesus.
Hey, you mean?
No, you do not have.
Hey, I was
sex
about to
with
say
an
something about that one, but I ain't trying to.
ex.
Yeah, small move.
Yeah, I ain't trying to.
You just got promoted.
Yeah.
You gotta look
Nah,
at her.
honestly,
You gotta look
honestly-
at her and say, "Look."
No, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work.
Sometimes men are like afraid to be real with a bitch. Like if she's a real one and you let her know.
Nah, I
Let
think
me go
this
ahead
is
and cut
beyond that point.
No.
No. I'm gonna cut you off.
I'm telling you from a female perspective.
Okay,
you want my
yeah.
perspective,
No,
or
no,
you
no.
want to just
No,
talk
no, no.
munch your dicks?
No. We're gonna talk about the dicks.
We'll take a man perspective on this one.
From a male perspective, if a dude is talking about, oh, I miss you, baby, he trying to get back in there. That's it. Take it from a guy that used to be a huge player.
What does this have to do with this guy right here?
This guy is asking about a crazy ex.
I know this guy.
He's asking about a crazy ex, right?
Listen, in my experience,
yes.
Let's get some
what
real
has
advice
worked,
now.
what
Real
has worked
advice.
out for me
Honesty.
is at the point it's over. Nah, but it's past that. The conversation. This is an
He
ex.
said.
So there's no more conversation.
He said making
had.
some content interesting for you. I would love to come on talk on the show with you.
I've
guys.
ignored them. I had to go radio silence.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I tell you what. Send me his information.
I got you. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
No matter how outlandish the text are, the call, I ignore them. I don't respond at all.
I was gonna say, because you got a lot of them hoes.
Yes. So anyway,
hey, Pat got area codes. You got
don't.
countries.
Honduras, Portugal,
Ethiopia,
For the record, I'm not a whoremonger.
Russia.
Hey,
Russia.
I'm not a
You had a
whoremonger.
Australia, New Zealand. Man, Pat out
You
here.
had a Russian girl?
Ukrainian.
Yeah, hey, get it right. It was goddamn Ukrainian, all right?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, Russia. Yes, I forgot about that. Yes.
Oh, Lord.
An attorney. Yes.
Georgia.
No, not Georgia, but yes.
Georgia. That's
Dang.
not a country.
I forgot about that. Yo, I used to get the text.
No.
And that was funny. The Russian.
The Ocean City story.
We would conversate through Google Translate.
Oh, that's
via WhatsApp. To this day, I have the dialogue.
I was thinking about that.
Watch this.
I can't communicate with.
Oh, you about to
how do you? I mean, okay, obviously, like the one language that everybody can speak is sex. But outside of that, how do you connect with somebody who speaks a completely different language? The language barrier.
I'll give you.
Would that not bug you?
No, I'll give it to you. We met at a hotel. This was somewhere I was. No. But
the national
these
language.
hotels, like they have the nice bar lounges.
Hotel is
and I'm not
language.
a big club guy. I never have been.
Okay.
So if I wanted a glass of wine or just to chill,
Yeah,
something
go to a
social,
lounge.
yeah, you go to a nice hotel and you just relax at the lounge. And I was acquainted with some of the staff, and so whatever. And so just chilling. And this group came from Russia, and they were attorneys, and they were lobbying on Capitol Hill. In terms of what sexual trafficking, human trafficking, excuse me.
Yeah,
and all
human
of that.
trafficking. Yeah.
So anyway, so we're all talking, and I kind of noticed her notice me. And to a point, all of her peers
What color
and
is she?
colleagues, blonde hair, blue eyes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's
Russia.
black people in Russia.
Oh, yeah. Well, no. So,
Damn, Kyra, what the hell I got to do with anything? Can you tell
I
the
said,
story?
what color is she?
So
I
anyway-
just wanted to know.
So anyway, all the friends went upstairs. She stayed down, and we literally, shoulder to shoulder, phone to phone, were talking through WhatsApp. I mean, not WhatsApp, through Google Translate. I would type something, she would type something. We went from the hotel, we went to another little restaurant bar. We had drinks, and then,
And y'all was still Google translating and shit?
Yeah, and then there was a point in the night where Google Translate wasn't needed.
Because the national language is sex?
So
And we just enjoyed the rest of the time.
The national language is sex.
That's two wholesome adults just in the room together and having a conversation.
Just to add some content at the end here. And this is for everybody in the room.
I re-downloaded WhatsApp, so I don't have that previous conversation.
That's 5 cents.
That's crazy.
So, what do you guys think the most common reason, or why do you think people fail at a goal or give up? I see you want to talk over there, Kyra. Go ahead.
Why do you think people fail at a goal?
Fail at a goal or give up?
Because I think people set goals that
unrealistic, maybe.
Not necessarily unrealistic.
Okay.
But unrealistic for them.
Okay.
Because, like, you have to know what you want to do in life, and you can't just be like, for example, I want to be a doctor. I know that shit's hard and it's a difficult road, and I'm fucking killing myself to make straight A's right now. I have a B on my transcript, which pisses me off, but I know what it takes. It's not easy. If every road was easy, everybody would be successful.
Facts. Okay.
Pat? Yeah. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Rick. Go ahead, Rick.
Sure.
Yeah.
Patrick's the perfect person because he's self-made.
Yeah. Pat over here texting on the phone. Let him take care of his shit.
Yeah. Go ahead.
He's probably texting
Russia.
Some new country.
Hey,
Honduras.
Hey Putin, how you
I was
doing,
going to try
boo?
to get the message, but I can't remember her name.
See?
She was so important to you, obviously.
And I thought it was the name, but
Mila?
it's the Ukrainians. No, and it's funny that Ukrainian's name is
Mila?
Masha.
Was her last name had to be
Misha, Masha.
Oh, second note. Was
What's
it,
some Russian
no,
names?
no, no, no,
Katya?
no, no. Oh, stop all that.
This was the Ukrainian.
Was there is her last name possibly from different
Oh,
country?
she's pretty. What she look like?
Maybe
without
maybe Valdez.
That's the WhatsApp profile.
makeup?
Little pictures.
Maybe last name is Valdez from Hispanic country. Maybe she's an attorney somewhere.
What happened to
Operator
the
in New
older
York.
woman? I liked her.
What? Who?
The one that's 38.
What was the one that was here last time I was here?
I told her to freeze her eggs.
Let's move it on.
Oh.
Yeah, all right.
Damn.
That we
What
get to.
happened with
Yeah,
that?
I agree.
Did she get back with her boyfriend?
Nah,
Wow.
yeah, I agree. Now we get too deep.
I want
That's
to know.
Like, man, that's too
Can
much.
I ask you offline?
Pat single.
Sure.
Yeah,
Pat
whatever.
single.
You can ask me anything offline.
Yeah, that's just too much.
Transparent, but
Yeah,
it's
we ain't
just
doing all
like-
that. We ain't doing all
I
that.
want to know.
All right,
liked
we'll
her.
know after camera. Shit. All right. 5 more minutes of the after party. We'll go from there.
Okay.
We already had 10 minutes, so keep it all 15, 20.
Okay.
Give me your question one more time, AJ.
I said,
it fresh.
what is
Why do people fail?
Why do people fail or give up on a certain goal?
People give up for a number of reasons. One, let's just keep it honest. One, they don't have the talent to do it.
Okay.
Two, the work is too hard.
They don't want to put the work in.
Exactly. Like, honestly, like this podcast right here, growing subscribers to YouTube, is hard. It's not easy.
Yeah, nah, you
That's why
fact
I ain't fucking doing it.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, you are doing it. You're right here with us.
I know, but you was like, Kyra, run your own podcast. No.
No, you got that. You got that radio voice.
I can
Hey,
barely
you got-
turn on my own computer at home. So you asked me to come here and turn on all this. I'm be like,
Kyra. Hey, Kyra. Hey, AJ did come over here today and show me a whole bunch of shit with things I didn't even know.
okay, if
Pause.
AJ can be
And,
my cameraman, he can come in and set it up, and then I'll just sit down and talk.
Yeah, like the way we're running it tonight with actually like me running the podcast and like him running everything over there, that's way easier than like me running topics and running at the same time.
Right.
It's just so much easier. Like honestly, what he's doing right now, I'll probably have one of y'all do from now on.
Okay.
It's just
I
simpler
can push
for me.
buttons, but
Yeah.
don't ask me how to turn on and do the speakers and the headphones.
No. The keypad's very simple right there. But
Yeah, that's just click,
as,
click, click.
Yeah, as far as getting back to maybe just keep it full circle. Yeah, people usually give up one. They just realize after a while they don't have the talent to do it, or they get into other things. You know, and just the way. I mean, it's just a natural cycle of life. Like my thing is that what is giving up considered? Like, is it like giving up doing one thing, but because you found an interest in something else? Like,
Are you talking about why you stopped making?
I would
music to
say
make
giving up
podcasts?
would be like
I was getting to that, but
I feel like that's where you were going.
yeah, it's use me as an example. Like, I was doing one thing at first.
music.
Yeah,
I-
and then but things that I found a niche where I can actually talk and actually put all my ideas out in more than condensed 4 minutes.
But why can't you also make music on the side?
So
AJ does.
Listen, I can't, but
hold
I
on,
just
hold
found
on. Let me.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna nip this in the bud right here.
Go ahead, do you think?
So podcasting is completely different than music.
Yes.
All right. So music is an art. Podcasting is using your voice to be able to talk about what you want to talk about. Oh, real quick.
Or music
real
can
quick.
be that too.
No. Yeah, it could. But this is the difference. Some people it's harder to explain what you want to say in 4 minutes than it is in
2 hours.
an hour and 37 minutes and 46 seconds. All right. He's looking because he doesn't know where he's at.
No, he said 2 hours and you said 37 minutes. I was like,
Well, I said 1 hour and 37 minutes 46 seconds.
About 2 hours.
Yeah.
She
She said 2 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
Anyway.
I
gonna-
rounded
don't worry about
up.
that. Don't worry about
I rounded
that.
up. Jesus. Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Anyways, but
It's
yeah.
engineering shit. Don't worry about
So the reason, because you brought my name into it, I make music because that's a hobby. I do the podcast because I'm good at it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but just a little background on myself, and I'm about to put my plug in here real quick.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
about to toot your horn?
Yeah. So
He's about to jack off live on camera, everybody.
Ooh.
Pat, watch out.
Semen
Hey, we're
coming at you.
Hey, you better wear an umbrella. You won't get rained on.
So yeah.
God,
So
okay.
a little background about me. I used to be on a radio station at 15 years old. I'm the youngest person to ever do it in America. They have a article on me somewhere, and I'll give that to you.
You were really the youngest ever in America?
In America to be on the radio, yes.
Damn, congratulations.
I had my own show.
I want to fact check you on that one, but sure.
No,
we'll do it.
yeah. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I ain't seen you lying, but
Go.
yeah,
Hey, Snopes.com. shout out to Snopes. They just hit me up on for the podcast. So Snopes.com. If you guys want to fact check,
We'll talk about that one off camera.
Yeah. Anyway, so I was the youngest person to do it in America. Long story short, I did some things I shouldn't have to get fired from that radio station. We'll talk about that off
15.
camera. Yeah. No. At that time I was 17, but we'll talk about that off camera. But yeah. So this is something that I've been passionate about for a long time. So when I met Ricky, right, through Rachel, who is my wife, I met Ricky. He kind of got me into the music game more than what I already was. So Lil Wayne originally got me into that. Oh, I could rap because Lil Wayne be talking about some dumb shit. Some stupid dumb shit.
So you wanted to talk about something that wasn't stupid?
No. I want to
Is that
talk
what
about
you mean?
something that's more stupid because I had a whole lot of more stupid things going on in my life. So rapping to me, things that if you listen to any of my music, which you guys have tonight, things that are in my music is things that have happened in my past life.
Right.
And it's things that I have had fun in the past. Not to say that I haven't had fun now, but my fun from the past to my fun now is completely different.
No, I agree.
Yeah, because you're
and
the
I'm
father
like,
of
and I'm
three.
like,
we
Lil
ain't got to
Wayne,
talk about that.
who
Yeah.
talk about, like you say, talk about stupid
Yeah.
shit. You talking about real shit.
Yeah.
But your rap is just stupid.
Facts. Facts. No, and that's fine. That's fine.
No, I was just saying.
No, yeah, it's fine.
Damn.
It's fine.
Damn, Ma. The ganja. Let it feel ya. Damn.
Go ahead. Say what you're saying.
Killed that man.
But what I'm saying is
You
there's
sing better than me.
as far as failing, I don't think there's ever a failure in life.
Yo, look what the ashtray did.
Yeah, nah, you spilled it. I seen it.
You don't think there's a failure in life?
I don't think there's a failure in life.
Still what?
Please explain.
No, the heat.
Oh,
I fucking
Is that a
dumped this
goddamn
shit.
God damn
Cold
it!
Yeah,
I
it
want
is.
to know
It is.
what he
It
means.
is, and that's because of him. There's
'Cause
not.
I think I know what you mean.
Yeah, no. You
We'll
got it.
talk
saying.
about it off camera.
There is failure. There is not
Check
a
mine.
failure in life. There is a learning experience.
Right.
So anything that you do in life could be a learning experience. Just like Ricky tonight, he hit me up. He said, "Hey, bro, how do I do this? How do I do that?" Not a big deal. I came in. We realized I realized what the issue was. I explained it to him. Now that's an experience. It's not a failure. Because
Right.
certain things for the podcast weren't happening like they should have been up here, and now it's a learning experience. So life in general, I'm talking life in all aspects: black, white, Caucasian, whatever, Christian, Muslim, whatever. It's all a learning experience. Regardless, at the end of the day, whatever we go through in life is a learning experience.
And
we
I
all
get
got to
that.
die.
And I get that. But let's say you make a mistake in your life and you don't learn from that mistake and you continue to make the same mistake. Is it still a failure? Is it still a learning experience? Or at what point does it become a failure?
Who classifies it as a mistake?
What do you mean?
Do you classify it as a mistake, or do I classify it as a mistake?
What?
So, okay. What I'm saying is,
Hold a second. Let me just cut you off real quick.
go ahead.
And I just want to say this right here. Jay-Z's 444, the greatest hip-hop album to ever exist. He said
Facts.
that
Hey, Jay-Z, make sure you pay us, man. We promoting the album.
Yeah,
Make
the
sure
thing
you
is
pay
that
us.
people I like, I'll give you that promotion. If I fuck with your art, I'll just shout it out 100%. Jay-Z said on his when it's out on 444, he said a loss isn't a loss, it's a lesson.
Everything's a lesson.
So it's just the way you look at it. Like, let's say that even if somebody, unfortunately, like somebody we know, I ain't gonna put anyone in this room, but somebody we know would get divorced. Is it really a loss or is it a lesson?
God damn it,
For
Pat.
everyone
Why'd
to
you
get
have to get
married
divorced, Pat?
Let's say somebody got fired from a job. Is it a loss or is it a lesson?
Everything, no matter what you do in life.
What exactly is an L?
No.
All I'm saying
There
is
are,
define it.
see, the only thing that defines the L is the scoreboard. If you're the controller of the scoreboard, how is there an L? That's where I'm getting at.
Ooh.
If you're the controller of the scoreboard, how is there an L?
I'm saying
Go
you
ahead.
do shit in life,
Okay.
and anytime you do anything, there's always a result, right?
No. Action, consequence.
Right.
Yeah, I get it.
So
yeah.
say you do something
Cause
stupid.
and effect.
What?
At the time, you didn't know, or not necessarily stupid, but you do something or you try for something and you quit. You drop out of school,
Okay.
or you any situation where you have an end goal and you stop before that goal is achieved.
Okay.
And instead of going back and saying, you know what, I didn't, like, for example, I went to college right out of high school.
Got it.
I dropped out. I joined the military.
Got it.
I got out because I realized I want more from my life. I want to go back to school. I want to finish my bachelor's degree. So now I'm a full-time student.
Okay.
But I learned from my mistakes from when I was 18, 19 years old. What about somebody who doesn't go out and look at what they did in the past and try to improve?
That's the tragedy.
That's what I'm saying. Is it still a failure or is it still a lesson?
My thing is, how do you not learn from the past?
Or maybe you do learn. Maybe you learn school isn't for me. School's not for everybody.
So,
but you got to do something in life.
Yeah, and I get that you have to do something in life, but
you know what
I don't want to get too deep into this. Go ahead.
So Einstein defines insanity as repeating something, doing the same over and over,
and
expect a different outcome. Yeah, we got that. Yeah, we got that.
That's the failure.
That's what I'm saying.
When you live in that. When you continue to have the same actions that you put forth, and you aren't happy with the result,
but you don't change anything,
and you don't shift it. So just
okay.
Actually, it ties into your question of why sometimes people they don't reach where they want it to be, because self-sabotage exists.
No, you're right. You're right.
Lives, and sometimes it's based out of fear of that change, right? Because right on the precipice of change, usually
I got that on camera, just so you know.
I was say, what the hell was that?
You all.
I got it from my friend. From
you've been on camera for a minute,
dude. That shit was wild. What the fuck was that? Don't you ever do that?
Me and Nate Spring used to go to the club. What did he?
Don't bring Nate in this. You don't want to do this on camera.
So real quick, let's go into sports, right?
Hold a second. Let's wrap this thing up.
Okay, go ahead.
Party up.
Go ahead.
Just final word real quick. And,
final words.
Yeah, final words. Because I want to get
after party,
forever.
After hours, everybody ain't invited.
Ooh. Kyra.
What the fuck was that?
I remember back on a different time. I remember the day we actually did that. We did that track right there. That was
I said ain't invited.
He said ain't invited. I like the remix too, but
the remix is great. Yeah.
Bamboo Studio.
Shout out to Boo.
Hey, shout out to coming out of Oklahoma too, from Virginia. Kyra, final words. What you got?
I would say back to the whole failure thing. No. This is my final plug.
No, that's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. So whatever you want to.
I'm just laughing because it was like relevant. It's relevant.
Yeah.
It is relevant.
Yeah.
Say whatever you want to. You good.
Anytime you have a goal in life, continue to strive. But if you realize that something is not working, adapt.
Okay.
Change.
Okay.
Figure out what needs to shift and do it.
Got it. Pat. My bad. I didn't mean to steal your thunder there, Rick. My bad.
In that vein, just continue to press forward. Change is always exciting, and for anyone who wants to take things to the next level in terms of growth, whether it be financially, spiritually, personally, professionally, keep pushing forward. And it's quite natural to be in fear of potential change, because whenever you elevate, it means certain things that you knew as a status quo have to drop off. Don't be scared of that.
Risks.
Don't be scared of the unknown. Push forward, because there are better things on the other side of it. And just keep pushing and stay focused and stay disciplined. And it's always a privilege to have listeners here who listen to our point of view, man.
Amen.
So it's always a privilege to be on the podcast and to have you all listen to us. That's it.
So to add on to what Pat said, my final thoughts or words on the podcast today, and I say this on all of my podcasts, and I'm sure we adapt organically as a crew, because I am a entity of BLACKSNYAC LLC with Word Around Town. So
absolutely, all family.
Yeah. It's all family owned. But first and foremost, I want to thank everybody that listens to our podcast. Without you guys, we wouldn't have a platform to be able to talk about what we talk about and bullshit about what we bullshit about. Like, I get that everything that you guys hear isn't what you want to hear, but at the end of the day, we give you guys a platform to be able to talk about what we talk about.
To come up here and speak.
Exactly. And
bring your topics.
If you guys ever want to talk about anything that you want to bring to the podcast, go ahead and hit up BLACKSNYAC or BLACKSNYAC at gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can also hit up if you're in my area. I'm down in Southern Virginia. I'm word around town at gmail.com.
Amen.
Also, again, thank you. Like, without you guys viewing the show, we don't have shit to talk about.
I'm about to cry.
No, I literally say this every single show. So without the viewers, we don't have a platform to talk about what we talk about. And normally, this is a different show for me because normally I'm live when I go on. Mm-hmm. So I'm interacting with people. And I went live tonight, and people interacted, but it's different, and I like this. But interaction is always key. Collaboration is always key. And if you guys have bitch, moans, complaints, successes, anything organic, we're willing to talk about it.
And get in the comments section.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead, Rick.
Y'all motherfuckers all came across so serious. That's what I got to say right now. First of all, shout out to my barber. All right.
Hey, look. Real quick. Hey, look. I'm gonna go ahead and do it since nobody else will. When you make E6, this is the haircut you got. All right. When you make E6, you gotta have this haircut at all times.
I don't know about all that, but first of all, shout out to
when you make E6.
Hey, Dominican barbershop in Waldorf, Maryland.
Hey, shout out to him.
My man DMJ hooked me up. Y'all go see the guy right there. All
hey.
Right?
Real quick, when y'all see DMJ, ask him for that E6.
Yeah, the real shout out. But the real shout out goes to Jet's barber.
Hey.
For turning nothing for making nothing.
Hey, Jet's barber turned a crack. He turned from crackhead to crack dealer.
That head rose from the ashes.
Head
rose from the ashes.
That's another barbershop to shout out to. But all in all, hey Rick, you go ahead and cue that music.
Hey.